I don't think this is
And
Highlander.
we are live.
Hi.
I don't think there's
Hello.
a rule against that.
What's Highlander?
Nothing.
Don't worry about
Well,
it.
don't worry
To
about it.
kill the mayor, we become the mayor.
I don't want to be a mayor.
I mean, to
bureaucratic
be fair,
nonsense.
if it's going by Klingon rules, that is 100% accurate.
All right, I just need to go to space real quick, talk to some Klingons, and then take them over, and then I come back and then take over the city.
Listen, man, you don't want to go to space in one of these campaigns. It's usually traumatic.
Danny's never experienced trauma.
You're
It might be
acting
good for
like
her.
my character is flawed. No, they are perfect in every single way.
All right.
Is that what it is?
Hello.
Hello.
I need a
Hello, we're back. Back and better than ever, baby. All right.
How are all of you?
Good.
Broke.
Exhausted.
Broke as hell.
I'm broke
For those who don't know, I had to buy a bunch of my PC parts, new headphones and everything, so I'm living off rice. But rice is one of my favorites, so I don't mind. too
Rice
much.
and ramen.
Time
Right.
for those peasant meals.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
Hey,
Vive la France, vive la révolution!
I don't know what you're talking about. You get a rice cooker, you are set for life.
I know, I fucking love rice.
True.
People, like, if I had to choose, and this might be controversial, I'd pick rice over potatoes any day of the week.
Now
Honestly,
you've gone a
same.
step too far.
Same.
You've gone a step too far.
No, potatoes. Potatoes.
No, the
That's
thing
like
is that
those.
I get that potatoes are more versatile. Like, you can make a bunch of different things out of that, and I appreciate that about them. And I'm not saying they suck. I love potatoes. But rice goes with so many different things.
And it's simple.
It's simple. And you
I'll
can,
give it
like,
that.
add some saffron to that. Shit, you can do. Ooh, I just
For
love
the
Like,
past year,
saffron.
are just
How rich are you?
right.
Well, just like,
What is this about the peasant meal having saffron?
Yeah,
No, no,
really.
no, this is
Sprinkle
when I have
some
money.
gold flakes on it.
Hey,
This
what's
is
he
after
gonna do,
payday.
eh?
Add some
This is after
caviar while
payday.
you're at it.
Saffron is expensive.
Go get some fish
That's
roe.
nice, isn't it?
What are you talking about? No, you guys are.
I just take soy sauce from work.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yes,
That
I
is
I
good.
used to take like all the packets.
Now I'm
Like I
self-conscious.
used to love just like making like a ton of rice in a rice cooker. And since it's like so steaming hot, just like making like a little pocket in there and just cracking an egg into it and letting the egg cook in the rice.
Stream's canceled. We're all gonna go make food together now.
It's now.
Bye.
I mean, if
It's now
that
a
was the
cooking
case,
stream.
if that was the case, anytime we talked about it, this might as well just be a cooking stream.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to just lift the cooker off of the rice and just put my face over it and inhale. It's like
Somebody
the
just came
equivalent.
into the stream and said, "Now I'm hungry. Damn it."
Fuck
It's
you
like the
guys.
equivalent. It's like the equivalent of smelling a baby's head for me. Just smelling rice. Like, shit, that's good.
So, a couple of announcements before we get started here. April, coming up here in a couple days, is the start of tabletop month for Extra Life. Because of that, that's usually when we do a couple special things and whatnot for it. Yes, Rosa, mentioning the bingo cards. Bingo cards are making a return, permanent return. I just need a chance to be able to sit down and make bingo cards for every show. And then find a way for us to be able to distribute them to everyone. With that said, tabletop month, I do have a couple of incentives planned. If we raise, not reach, but raise $500 during not Extra Life, but during April, Withered Wastes is going to have a Freaky Friday, little mini one-shot thing to happen. So, that's if we hit 500, and I've got something planned. I've got a couple things that I want to do for if we raise $1,000, but that's TBD at the moment. That's me having to reach out to a couple people and figure out if it's something that we would be able to do in a timely fashion. So,
Ooh, can you tell me? But I won't tell anybody.
On stream.
No, just whisper it to me. Just
Yeah.
like.
If we reach 500, I'll do something for Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
Hey, I can help too. If we reach 500, I'll brainstorm something for Downfall of Propriety.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I just want to help. Honestly, though, now that I said that, I kind of regret it because I can't think of anything.
Just
Can't take it back now.
$500. The erotic adventures of Gaius.
Oh, yeah. I mean, great idea.
And
Not
that
you.
just puts all of the effort onto Corey to like, you know,
What about
come
me?
up with ideas and everything. No, I'm
I
just
gotta
saying.
romance him
very nice.
over and over and over again. That's supposed to be your job.
So
Just turn it
nothing's
into a
changed.
dating sim. Everyone is
Yes.
trying to play someone trying to get into Gaius's pants, and we see who wins at the end.
There you go.
Mm.
I'll play Maddie.
But you gotta be subtle about it. He can't see it coming, like from left field, like a velociraptor.
No, can I play my dad? Maddie's dad.
We had a run.
I'm joking.
We had a running joke going on after the episode where Gaius was like, "I promise I won't sleep with your mom," and we were saying that like we were talking about that, and he's like, "Fucks your dad."
That voice was so fun. You're a Fitzgerald, for God's sake.
All I could see is like him like sitting in like a giant room just with like hunting trophies all over the wall. He's got just like the giant handlebar mustache, like a fucking pilth helmet. He's just like an old-timey like big game hunter.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly how I pictured him too.
That's what I was going for. So, anyway,
The
let's
hunter
not.
from Jumanji.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had a crush on him when I was little. I thought he was so handsome. Anyway, so let's get to the
So
game.
let's get to this game where
choice.
you are not staring down a handsome individual at the moment. So the last time that we were together, the group met up with the grandmas once again. They did their very powerful grandma magic and were able to technically just vacuum the phage out of Silverkeep and shoot it up into the air somewhere. You don't know where it's destined for, but it's not in the place you wanted to go.
I went to space.
It went to space. And so with the phage gone, everyone decided it was time to do some looting. As the city was no longer occupied, you know, all these good things just laying about. You know, Chloe coming up with ideas of heists and just rampant looting throughout the city. You made your way to the Hall of Records, did a little bit of investigation there. Zen was able to find documentation as to where her biological parents had lived in the city. Going about the city, going to this house, it was very obvious that another family had been living there ever since, you know, her family was kicked out of the residence.
Kicked out,
and-
more like.
Sorry, hold on. Gotta love it when you have a sneeze and it just gets caught and just burns your sinuses. But I believe it was Vanica was able to find some soot in the fireplace from a while ago, and she was able to get a glimpse of a individual instructing a couple guards to take out two individuals that had sack hoods over their faces. Not really having much else to go off of, the automated town guard that seemingly is still patrolling the city of Silverkeep was alarmed and then began to surround the front residence. Thankfully, these are automatons. They don't really think much. You were able just to slip out the back door and jump the fence in the back alley to get away. As you did, you made your way to the mayor's estate. Not as damaged as you thought it would be, but found a couple flesh-eating plants that seemingly could talk. Outside until Zen did a little bit of decay magic and rotted them away. Didn't want to have to deal with the man eating rose bushes. And then you made
What if I tripped and I fell on them?
That would have been hilarious and painful. And then you found your way into a massive, very exquisite, very impressive estate. Something that definitely doesn't really fit with the aesthetic of the rest of what Silverkeep has to offer. This seemed to have stonework and woodwork from like a past age, along with a rather large statue dedicated to Zathway. You knew that Zathway had at one point in time called Silverkeep his residence. Didn't really know that Zathway's residence was now where the mayor lived. Though you continued on as you started to explore this estate, thinking that it was empty. But then you began to hear movement on the upper floor. Going down to the upper right hallway, you all began to try to make a plan of how you were going to engage this individual. If you were going to either sneak through the smoking room and through the empty fireplace, or if you were going to try to pick the lock down over by the other door that would lead directly to the room that the individual was in. But before any plan could be finalized, out walked this disheveled looking, almost sleep deprived elf, armful of papers and files and whatnot. And he turned and was instantly just taken aback seeing people in the estate. And as he kind of drops a couple pieces of paper in front of him, he kind of like looks down at the documents, looks back up at you, and a very panicked look is across his face. I'm going to take chat to a map so they can see what is going on, since we are in a map area at the moment. And I'm going to play some music. And this gentleman, as disheveled as he looks, oh, that's not it. Was it Shiftsy? I couldn't find an image of a disheveled elf. I don't think they're allowed to look disheveled. But just a very stress-filled, panicked look on his face as he's like standing there, mouth a little agape, trying to find the words to address you, but no sound is coming out except for a few stammers. Then you do, from what you've seen and what you've read about Silverkeep, you do know that this is the acting mayor. As he sort of just like stands there, like clutching the papers, like the books and like loose sheafs of papers to his chest, just holding them, almost like giving you the sense that he was trying to leave the area as quickly as possible.
Well, I'm in the way back. I don't know if anybody else had anything they wanted to do.
The door that he is standing by, is it still open?
It's a little ajar.
A quick glance back at my comrades, the ones that I can see anyway. Could I do an insight check to just try and get a feel for what everyone's reaction to this scenario is? Like, if my friends here are thinking of going after this guy, or if they're just as startled as he is.
Just like just something to like read the room.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I have some thoughts of what I want to do, but I don't want to act
Go ahead.
Against what they want to do.
Go ahead and give me an insight check for Danny and Zen.
22.
All right, so Zen and Danny, what are your faces betraying you at the betraying that you're going to do at the moment? Like, what's going through your head?
Danielle doesn't really hide her emotions. You see a very inquisitive look on her face, almost like she wants to say the first question.
I think Zen immediately recognizes him. And I think she would probably feel equal parts rage, but also nausea. So she looks ill a bit. Like she wasn't expecting to run into him so quickly. So she's a little caught off guard.
Seeing the expressions on your faces, would I get the sense that we maybe don't want this guy to make an escape at the moment?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so given that, my intention then is to use my dimensional shove ability to teleport myself 30 feet to this location so that I can then get to here to prevent him from backtracking into that room.
Does that dimension ability require you to have seen the area before, or can you just pop through?
I can just pop through. I can
Maybe.
travel through walls and through creatures and through other solid surfaces, as long as I'm not trying to teleport into a solid surface.
Gotcha.
So we just see Chloe disappear,
Here.
Yeah,
and then we hear the door
I
actually
give you
close.
like a bit of a nod, and then I disappear.
and as like you disappear, there's just an audible gasp as he drops his he just drops all of the papers and he pulls out a wand.
Whoa, sir, whoa.
City isn't even abandoned for 3 days, and yet the riffraff have already come in.
Riffraff, maybe. But I'm also a Targaryen guard, and she's gonna show her her marshal badge. Road marshal.
Oh,
My name
so-
is Danielle.
So not even just riffraff, hillbillies. Wonderful.
More like concerned citizens of this land.
Why are you in my estates? Why do you bring
Well-
your filth into my home?
We notice that this place is somehow abandoned after having how many years of people roaming around?
That is none of your concern. And if you were concerned so much of why the town was abandoned, why come directly to my home? No,
To find
You
someone
are
in
not.
charge?
you're not concerned citizens. I see those horns. I smell that stink. You're thieves.
And then Zafira is going to walk out.
Zafira walks through the wall.
Yeah, my accent.
Just a crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, exactly. She just kicks a hole in the wall and goes in, and it's like, oh wait, wrong one.
Well then,
Very
judging from the descriptions given, you are the mayor.
Of course, I'm the mayor. Why?
Care to enlighten us on why there was this thick miasma fog?
I don't need to
Everywhere?
answer to you.
Why are we
You-
talking to this trash?
Yeah. I
This
mean,
man is responsible for the dissolution of hundreds of families. Why are we talking to him like he matters?
I'm the only one here that does matter.
And I walk
Filth.
forward, so I'm kind of level with Danny. I'm like,
Oop, sorry.
oh man, I don't know. I don't want to do that.
And as you take a step, you hear just a high pitched like whine come from him as he sort of like shrinks back a little bit as he points his wand out, and he just screams out an incantation. And as he does,
Roll for initiative.
this disgusting ball of flesh appears in front of him as it slowly starts to like morph and pop as it forms into a body, a very disgusting, stitched up, deformed amalgamation of flesh. And that is not
It's a token, not the token.
Give me
Did
a-
you put the image in the right square box?
I'm pulling this from the compendium.
Even better.
See if pulling it from here will work. There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering for Silverkeep, like I know that it was like humans and everything. Like elves were somehow not a part of that. Like
Of course not, they're
biased.
high elves. I think they're better than everybody.
Can't wait till we kill him.
As he just, as this flesh golem just appears in front of him.
Ah. There it is. Unnatural.
What level are you guys?
6.
6.
6.
He goes, stay back. This is only a glimpse of my power. Leave.
Still not impressed.
That
in
pudding of a
honesty.
person?
Leave.
That is enough to arrest you.
You will not arrest me. You have no
Alright, we'll kill you
authority
then.
here. Filth.
Huh.
I would like to do something.
Okay.
I would like to kind of walk forward just one more step and call upon one second. One second. I want to call on my legion to kind of hold them there a bit.
Your legion?
Yeah. You call down a legion of shadowy soldiers in a 10-foot cube. They're conjured from the shadow realm, and their features resemble a mockery of once living creatures. Whenever a creature starts its turn inside the cube within 5 feet of it or enters the cube for the first time on its turn, the conjured shades make an attack using your melee spell modifier. If it hits, the target takes 3d8 necrotic damage. However, I don't know if you'll allow this, and it's okay if you don't, but I kind of want I don't want them to necessarily make an attack, but to kind of hold them there. Like,
So instead of them making an attack, you pretty much, if he tries to leave, you want them to technically just grapple him.
kind of, yeah. Is that something you'd allow? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah, I'd allow that. An attack is definitely or a grapple attempt is definitely an attack. So they would still technically be attacking him.
Okay, so
And it's a 5-foot cube, you said?
it's a 10-foot cube, but whenever a creature starts its turn inside the cube within 5 feet of it or enters the cube for the first time on its turn. So I want to do it. Hold on, let me pull the thing out. Cube. Oh, that's quite big.
Damn, that's a
I thought-
cube.
You can
Yeah.
also turn it sideways.
I know.
Yeah,
There
I
you
thought that.
Oof. Okay, yeah, you could most definitely.
I thought that each of those squares were 5 feet.
Yeah, and that's 2 squares from the center.
It's
Radius.
Yeah, that's going
Squares are measured in radius.
center to center, so it looks bigger than it otherwise would because it's occupying. Like if it was going from the
Got it.
edge of a square to the
Mhm.
edge, then it would appear smaller than it actually is. It's just a optical illusion.
Yeah, so
Got
pretty
it.
much
Okay.
it's just 10 feet in every direction.
okay.
Make your mark. Is it centered on a point or?
So what I can do is I can
And
go
I want to do it at that particular spot,
like right
like-
here.
like here. Yeah. Actually, 1 second. Yeah, I think that would be better having it there. So the mayor's still within 5 feet of it, I
Okay,
think.
so so it needs to be, it's on a point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want him to be within 5 feet of it, but not necessarily in it.
Not in it, so like there.
No, because he would be in it, and it affects people 5 feet out from it. So I want him to be within the 5 feet out from it, because I don't want Chloe to be affected.
Well, Chloe won't be affected yet because Chloe is behind cover, but I can get what you're saying. So you want it to like right here to where the flesh golem is inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they make could they possibly make an attack on the flesh golem but grapple the mayor?
You have full
Okay.
you have full control over this spell, so you you can choose to either have them attack or have them grapple.
Okay, I think I'll have them attack the flesh golem, and
Alright.
then I'll have them grapple the mayor if he tries to do anything.
Give me 1
Not
second
cool.
here.
Where's my d8s? Aha!
Quick question there, Malls. Are we able to go through it just fine?
You are not.
Damn.
I figure with Chloe on the one side, he's kind of trapped. And I can drop them at any point. Kind of wish it wasn't so big, but that's what she said.
It's a little too big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a 4x4.
Okay, yeah, keep it right there. Keep it right there.
My hand's starting to shake. Corey. My hand, Corey. Please.
I can't disarm the
Burn.
bomb. All right, you're good.
And then just move it over a tiny bit so it's just affecting. So the golem's in it, but the mayor's just perfect.
Just out of the poke range. Okay.
You done diddly dang did it, brother. And then do you want me to roll that 3d8 or?
Do they make an attack or is it just automatic that they hit?
It looks. Make an attack, yeah. So I have
Okay.
to roll for the. Yeah.
Yeah, because the flesh golem is technically starting its starting inside of it. You can make an attack roll.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my luck because that was a 2. Let me mark that real quick.
I don't want to be that person. How many times can you use luck in a day?
3.
Okay.
3. Oh, that was cocked. Okay, there we go. Jesus. So I'm sorry. Months of doing this. I add my spell attack bonus.
You add your spell casting bonus because this is a spell.
Okay, so 24 hit.
A 24 will most definitely hit.
Okay, and then that's 3d8. Okay, 12, 15 points of necrotic damage. Just to that dude, though. Just to the little man.
Okay. Just to him.
It's also the space inside the cube is difficult terrain as well.
Perfect.
So he's the only one inside it. So I guess if the mayor tries to walk away, it's not difficult terrain.
Yeah, if the mayor tries to walk away, it's not difficult terrain at the moment because he's not inside of it. But the golem's going to be slowed.
Yep. I really wish it wasn't so big.
You said 15, right?
15.
Why can I not math today? All right. So as you throw that up, we are going to go ahead and go into initiative.
Oh, okay.
Let me pop this up.
Out of all of your dice, which kind of dice do you have the most of? I think I have the most D10s.
D20s.
D6s. Because you need them for
probably
fireball.
D6s. Yeah.
It's like if you play a rogue or if you cast fireball, you need D6s.
The only reason I have more
bottom
D20s
line.
is because I have ones with multi-sets of dice for 20s.
Bought a lot of sets that come with 4 D6s, so I probably have the most D6s.
Yeah. Yeah, I have 16 D10s.
All right. Let's go ahead and get those initiatives rolled.
All right.
I thought I put it on there, but then it disappeared.
Yeah, because I had to clear the
typed mine
turns.
in.
Or because Weird's typed it in. Because apparently not everybody could type theirs in at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I'm surprised that's still a thing after all these years.
I was gonna say all these updates, and then that's still an issue.
But I think my favorites are actually the D12s. They're so cute. No, I think it's D8s. I think they look cool.
Do you like the elongated, almost like crystal looking
Yeah.
shapes for D8s?
Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, that one's not even, no offense. That one's not even my favorite. I like this one.
That's a nice one.
You ready for this Golem's initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Nice.
So faster.
Well, to be fair, he is being like attacked right now.
Yeah.
So
No.
I wanna-
I rolled a 4 on the initiative and he's got a -1 to dexterity, so
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shambler.
I always feel like I'm cheating on initiative rolls because of Jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm. Who cares? Do what you gotta do, dude. Wait, what is Jack of all trades?
Bards basically get to add their proficiency bonus to everything.
Yep.
Jesus.
what's your proficiency bonus?
3.
Chloe, go ahead and start us off.
Well, I'm going to. You said this door was slightly ajar, right?
Slightly ajar, so you could hear everything that's talking that he is talking or saying to everyone, but it's still closed just enough that you can hide behind it and you have full cover and he doesn't know you're there.
Nice. Okay. So I will, I'll kind of peek through the crack of the door just to get eyes on everything that's happening. And I'll see him standing there holding that wand of his. Kind of glance around the area, trying to figure out what I can do to help the situation. And then I will reach into my pocket and pull out a copper piece, which I will then place on my thumb and flick through the door, and it's going to fly over his shoulder and hit the table that's in the corner there. It's going to land on a fork, which has a piece of cheese
Not
on
the
it,
roof.
and that cheese is going to fly up into the rafters and peg a rat that just happens to be running by, which is then going to fall off the rafter and land on his hand that's holding the wand. So he needs to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Why does this spell always feel like you're resolving a Magic the Gathering phase?
I fucking love.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
I just love the flavor.
He's got
I do too.
All right, he's got to make a charisma save.
Yep.
That's going to be
Can
a
he be at
charisma.
disadvantage because he's ugly?
No.
Yeah, and because he's a bad person.
That's going to be a charisma save of 18.
18, he makes it, unfortunately.
Damn.
So
But
he
the rat's
does
still
not,
there.
Does not drop the wand.
Is it like
Yeah.
the rat sort of like falls on his hand? He just like hisses and he backhands the rat off of him. And as the rat flies, you see that it hits the wall and just like poofs into just a shower of ash.
Oh.
What the fuck? He's just trying to become the best chef in France.
Right?
Viva la revolution!
Viva la revolution!
Poor Remy.
Anything else?
I don't. Well, that was a bonus action. So I think I'm going to just poke my head back out from looking through the crack and like position myself behind the door again, and use my action to take the dodge action.
All right, give me 1 second. This is the thing I can use. Yes, it is. So you're gonna take the dodge action. Vanica.
Yep.
It's honestly, I've been thinking here this whole time, like what I want to do specifically, and just
Dude, daylight. That spell is insane.
I didn't take it today. I didn't take it today.
Didn't need it.
Daylight.
Didn't need it today.
Daylight.
So what I think
Do you want me to drop my legion? I definitely can. I didn't realize. It
no,
was so
because if
big.
I mean, I made myself both a ranged and close ranged character, so
Awesome.
I'm okay with that. So, knowing Vanica, like this whole time, because she's been hiding, she's been around that corner that whole time.
She's like hiding on the stairs, peeking out.
She's doing that thing with the kids where she's like, she's at the like at the second to last step, just kind of like this. Obviously hearing everything, and she does not like how this guy talks down to not only her friends but just his mannerisms in general, and she's like, fuck this guy.
Oh yeah.
But she's also not the type to go like, I want to kill him because he's an asshole. So instead, she is going to focus on something that she feels is very unnatural, And she is gonna go ahead and guiding bolt the undead golem creature. And I think, oh god, it's a new day. I haven't used any of my spells yet, except one. You know what? We're gonna go ahead. I'm feeling crazy. We're gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Hell yeah.
As I'm gonna go ahead and guiding bolt the creature.
Okay. You are gonna have to pop up just a little bit.
Huh?
Have it go like right
You're
by
on the
my
staircase
ear.
still.
Oh, yeah. Well, my range is 120 feet, so my hand can just go around the corner and go pew, pew.
I mean, if you just want to reach a finger gun around and just make a pew pew noise, and
Just now, I will say that does mean that someone else is in the line of fire.
no, you're
Well,
fine.
She's really good. She got really good aim. She lived in the forest.
As long as you're pure of heart. Oh, fuck it, Zenith. Never mind. I'm gonna have to stand up. All right.
As
so
long as you've not made deals with a book sugar daddy.
If you can't ride the cloud Nimbus, you can't
I'm
be
fucked in
pure
real
at
life
heart.
then. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. So right. That's a roll.
Wait,
That
does
is a roll.
everybody in this party hate me? Am I just finding this
We
out?
didn't say hate you. We just questioned your moral
Does
purity.
everybody want me to die?
Your purity.
know.
I don't know.
Ambiguity?
I'm
That
doing it
is
for
a
good reason.
dirty 20 to hit.
Hell yeah.
Dirty 20 will hit the golem.
All right, that's 5d6, I believe. Yes, 5d6 as this just stream of light just shoots like an arrow into this creature. Yeah, 5d6. Okay. Oh no! If only I had enough d6s. Oh my god, the spiciness here. Let's see here. 12, 22, 6. 28 radiant damage.
28, nice.
And the next attack roll made against this creature before the end of my next turn has advantage, as once it gets struck, basically the spot where it got hit starts to spread and emit this dim light that just seems to slowly grow and almost envelop this creature. And it has a little bit of sparkle. Yeah, it's lit up. So next attack has advantage.
Nice.
Against
Okay. So on his turn, he sort of waves his wand a little bit as you could see the stitching on this flesh golem begin to like partially unravel. And he's like, you know what to do. And then he takes a step back to here and begins to wave the wand as he begins to chant. The tip of the wand just slowly illuminating in this very sick, like brownish pale light as he begins to speak in an eldritch tone as he's just waving his arms and the wand around, almost as if he's attempting to summon something.
Hey, could I counterspell that?
It is her next turn, like, as well, too.
Technically you cannot, because it is not a spell that he is casting.
Ew.
Actually,
Okay.
no. If you wish to attempt to counterspell, you can. I am a liar. It is a spell.
What would I need to roll for that? Like,
What level are you casting counterspell at?
well, I only have level access to level 3. Oopsie.
Yeah, so 3rd level.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. And make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
So just your
It's just
Charisma?
yeah.
Or no, your intelligence. Your intelligence because
Intelligence.
wizard.
Yeah, so you go off of your intelligence ability modifier and you roll a d20.
So it'd be a d20 plus whatever my intelligence ability
Modifier.
is.
Yep.
I rolled a 19, and that would be a +4. So 23.
And as he begins to like whip the wand around and begins to chant, there's just an audible crack as the light from the wand is forcefully snuffed as your counterspell takes hold.
Is that thing still unraveling?
You could see that like the threads are like unraveling from it.
Okay.
But as it is counterspelled, he just stomps his foot and you could just see just veins on his forehead beginning to form in anger. As Zenith, it is your turn.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop Legion.
You're gonna drop the
So-
Legion? Okay.
So that Danny and others will have access without worrying about being hurt. And they disappear in a puff of greenish smoke. And I think she's kind of blinded by rage, and she does see that Vanika's spell made an indent on that golem, but she doesn't care all that much about the golem. She cares more about this mayor. So she's gonna turn to her trusty dark bolt and fire all 3 bolts at... Well, first off, I'm gonna cast Insightful Maneuver on him, which is a bonus action, where I see his weaknesses. Or vulnerability, sorry. And then I choose what kind of vulnerability he'll have.
Okay.
Is you go first, sorry.
Funny enough, he does have a vulnerability.
Oh, to what?
Radiant.
Cool. I'm also gonna
Everyone
make
looks
him...
at the cleric.
Yes, I'm also gonna make him vulnerable. I'm also gonna make him vulnerable to cold magic or cold damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fire my 3 dark bolts at him, and that's a ranged spell attack for each target. He's the only target, so I just rolled a singular d20, I guess, see if I hit him.
He is actually going to fire back at you and counterspell.
Ooh. Okay.
What level are you casting Dark Bolt at?
Let me see. I think I was gonna do like a 3rd level because I really want to.
Okay. So at that point, it is just counterspelled. At third level, so you just counterspells the Dark Bolt.
If the spell doesn't go off, did it still use a spell
It's still
slot?
consumed, yes.
So I used a spell slot.
Yes.
Even though it didn't go off. Damn. Okay.
Does
So
he still have the like vulnerability to cold damage?
yes.
Yes, because that was a bonus action. That wasn't he counterspelled Dark Bolt.
Got it.
Okay.
Do you call out his vulnerabilities so that we know what they are as well?
I can. I kind of like flavored it in my own head that whenever I would choose one, it would be like kind of like a bit of a, you could see on it like kind of like maybe a shiver or something, but I could also say it out loud. Loudly for everyone to hear. There's nothing else I can really do. So I think I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Zafira.
So I've been sitting on this spell for a while, the catapult. And I would really love to catapult something at him. So
Okay.
let's go through it. Sorry, my character sheet is being a bud right now.
I'd probably also announce that I don't want him dead. I want this guy alive.
Okay.
Whoever can hear me, I suppose.
I mean, never mind.
So, if I go here, would I be able to find some are there it's like gravel or anything like that in this planter?
You don't find gravel, but that planter right there has a nice sized vase.
Just
Oh,
hit.
okay.
Not our pots, not our problem.
Yeet.
Okay, so he's
wrong
got to make a
thing I'm trying to
dexterity
scroll.
saving throw. As you just like look over to the side and just sort of just like Darth Vader like force grip this pot as it lifts off the ground and just flies directly at this guy. And he's distracted more. He's still sort of enraged more. His eyes just locked on Zenith that he doesn't even clock this pot as it just flies and just crashes into his head.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
So. Let's do 10. Oh, damn it. 8. Okay. $11.
11.
Yes. It is 5, 3, and 3. So. And then I'm going to also direct Pop-Tart.
Barf, barf, barf.
Bite.
You can, yeah, because direct aim is a bonus action, so go ahead.
He's gonna
and
have advantage.
Yep, Pop-Tart has advantage on this attack.
Okay. So D20 roll?
Yeah, I sent you the character sheet information last time.
Yes,
Through
this time. Last time
DS.
you actually did, and I did bookmark that. I can't find. Okay, Defender. $14.
And you rolled with
Uh,
advantage, right?
Yeah, you have advantage on this attack. Because he was struck with a guiding bolt.
That was an 8, so it's 14.
A 14 will hit.
Hell yeah.
So go ahead and give me the damage for force empowered rend. They could have just really called it
1d8
bite.
plus. Right? 1d8 plus PB force damage? I don't know what PB is.
A proficiency bonus. So your proficiency bonus.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, so this was the other.
Which it's 3 at
Yep.
our level right now.
7.
7. Okay. As Pop-Tart reaches out and just chomps him, and there's just like this very like disgusting oily sound that sort of emanates. You just see like a bunch of like liquid sort of like just spurt out of its leg as Pop-Tart bites into him. Danielle.
Oh, sorry. One more thing. Can I move like here?
Yeah.
Unless.
Nope. You can definitely. move.
Although.
Oh,
Never mind. I wanna leave that open for.
Well, your
Okay,
friends
okay.
your friends could pass through you freely. The only time it's an issue is if you try to pass through an enemy square, so that's fine.
Oh, okay. And that's it.
Danielle's watching the interactions. Biggest threat is still the one with the wand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Hi. And she is going to grapple the Whiz Mage.
The Whiz
Hello there.
Mage.
Hello?
Okay, so go ahead and make a grapple attack.
Alright, so that is going to be, let's see, athletics. That is going to be a 26. Isn't it?
Let's do.
Thank you. So, your arms just wrap around him as he got a 16.
So that was my action.
As you grapple him, he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't really enjoy the presence of humans." And you just feel his body sort of like liquefy in your arms, as just this oily sack of flesh is just left in your like bear hug, as he just like slips out from underneath you, just like this liquid slurry of meat and bone, and it just trudges along on the ground.
Bonus action,
Chubby custard.
rage.
And then he appears here. It's like he forms up, and now he seems to be just wearing this pristine clean suit, this very immaculate looking, well taken care of skin, combed hair, and in your arms is just this
Was
oily
that a reaction?
That was a reaction.
He doesn't have one. He counterspelled.
You're right, he can't do that.
Come back here.
I was like, you're right, because he did counterspell.
Oh my
And now-
gosh.
And now we get the
Get your
fun
liquid
part.
ass back here.
And now we
Kick his
get
ass.
and now we
Kick
get the
his
fun
ass.
part. Rage. D8.
Oh, because you're wild magic.
Yes.
I literally gasped like I was watching a TV show. Like,
Yep, I completely forgot he used his counterspell. Five.
5.
Whenever a creature
Okay.
hits you with an attack before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage. So you have a hellish rebuke on your end.
It's a D6, but it works.
All right. Anything else, Danny?
Bonus action, move, and technically attack. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Flesh Golem. Its body just like completely unravels.
I like to imagine Pop-Tart like does the shaky head thing that dogs do.
And as it does, it lets out this screech as it goes flying towards Zenith. And as it does, it technically just goes to collide into you. I need a dexterity saving throw from both Zenith and Zephyra.
question, is this like him throwing his body at me? Is that an attack?
It's a attack ability.
Can I shield that?
You could, but shield doesn't protect you from dexterity saves. It raises your armor class.
Okay.
Shield is also a reaction which you use for your counterspell.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So let me see my dex. You said dexterity saving.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that's not
both
good.
of you. I need dexterity saving throws.
So D20 plus Dex.
D20 plus your dexterity saving throw. In your little on your character sheet, there's a saving throw area. It should tell you what your dexterity saving throw modifier
Very
is.
top.
At the very top. Look, I played D&D all the time. I totally knew where that is. I actually can't find it. What the hell?
It's above your.
Oh, okay. It's
Like,
underneath
acrobatic
proficiency bonus.
Yeah. Yep.
Got
And
it.
you roll that and add that.
Oopsie.
So, Zenith, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
A 15. You're going to take 11 points of poison damage,
Yeah.
and you are slowed until the end of your next turn. Meaning you move at half speed.
The end of my next turn?
Yes, the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Zafira,
21.
21. You're going to take 5 poison damage, and you are not slowed. As like this body just flies into you and just detonates into just this shower of like pus and gore.
Prestidigitation. Am I allowed to do that? It's not my turn. Gross.
And you can see that like as like the body collides with you and everything, the main like limbs and everything are still technically there, and they seem to be twitching on the ground at the moment. Chloe.
I was gonna go after the flesh golem, but now he's out of my range. So I think I'm going to mutter some words behind the safety of this door and use Spirit Shroud. But instead of intangible spirits appearing around me, it's actually all my snakes. All their eyes like glow red, and they kind of elongate, so their reach is 10 feet. And I can choose necrotic or radiant damage for the extra damage. I'm gonna go with radiant since he's vulnerable. And then I will burst out from the door, run right up here, and with my action, I'm going to try to stab him with Whisper Wind.
Okay. You have advantage because he is grappled at the moment.
And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 will definitely hit.
Nice. Okay. So that will be 15 piercing damage, and that was very good rolls on that. And 13 radiant damage.
I'm sorry, say that again.
It was, what did I say, 15 piercing and 13 radiant. I get to add a d6 to my spells because of my spiritual focus.
And you said 13 radiant?
Yep. And because I hit him with Whisper Wind, he needs to make a strength save.
Oh yes, because this guy looks like he's strong. How's an 11 do for you?
An 11 is not good enough.
I would be worried if it was.
So, twisting vines sprout up from the floorboards below him and wrap around him. And he is now restrained by them.
He's now double grappled.
Basically.
I'm so sorry. When you're done, what did you say happened to the golem? He's in pieces, or he's still in one piece?
He's in pieces on the ground. But like the main parts of the body are like still intact, and they seem to be like twitching and twisting and whatnot.
So if I walked past him, would that be an attack of opportunity?
You don't know.
Does it look like they're trying to reform?
That's something you could check on your turn.
Fair enough.
He is restrained. Okay, I was just looking up the specifics for restrained because I can never remember the difference between, prone and all that stuff.
That's fair.
Vanica.
Hey guys. There you go. Good to see you.
This
Let's have a nice clean fight.
Yeah, I don't get to use this often. I don't even know. I don't know what level this says.
Well, you're level 6.
Yeah,
So-
I know, but I don't know if this will be a waste or not.
Talk it through us. Let's talk about our feelings. How are we doing?
I want to use Destroy Undead. I just don't know what CR it is.
A flesh golem?
A Flesh Golem, yeah.
I don't think they count as undead.
I don't know.
Flesh golems
flesh
are flesh golems are not undead. They're constructs.
They're not. Oh, yeah, they would be constructs.
Yep, they are constructs.
God damn it. That makes sense. Damn it.
It was a good thought, though.
Because I was thinking it was flesh and it was like shambling, and I was like, oh, that's what
I mean,
undead do, and that's where
It
my
does
brain
look
went.
undead, to be fair.
It does. It
Also,
does.
I hate the word flesh. Ugh.
Which is
Meat
fine.
bag.
That's why I was like, God, what do I want to do? So yeah, I think what I want to do is no one's been really hit yet, have they?
Uh,
Not
I got
a lot,
hit with
really.
a body.
Yeah, it's about. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to this then. I feel like
the
that's.
second
I
time
feel like
that's
this is
happened to
really
me.
good that I want to hang on to this one. So I think I'm gonna go with my initial instinct. I know I'm kind of playing it safe right now, but I'm kind of reserving everything for the asshole. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to use Sacred Flame against the creature.
against.
Things said out of context. I'm kind of saving everything for the asshole.
Okay, so you're
Pucker
gonna
up,
you're gonna
Buttercup. I'm
you're gonna
saving
use
you for the
sacred
last asshole.
you're gonna use sacred flame on the body parts.
On the creature, yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I think at this point everyone keeps moving further. I mean, I've got ranged spells, but I'm like, fuck it. He already hates all of us, so I'm just gonna come out here and I'm gonna start making my way. Actually, at 5, 15, 20, 25. Okay, you know, yeah, I'll move my full movement. Why not? And yeah, I will Sacred Flame the creature, which it needs to make a Dex saving throw. So come on, -1.
Because it is on the ground and in pieces, it instantly fails its dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Forgot it's on the ground. Yeah! Take that, bitch! So it's 2d8. The damage target gains no benefit from cover. No, I think that's the only thing is that it's just a dex saving throw. Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. Cantrips are always finicky like that. It's either like a one and done, literal hit or miss. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that is 2d8. I really want to use Toll the Dead, but I want to use Necrotic. I want to use the Radiant. There's my 8s. There's my other 8. Perfect. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That is 10 Radiant damage.
10 radiant.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as this radiant damage strikes the body, the head just sort of, you see just the eyes just open up, pulling the stitches away, and you just see these red, piercing, angry eyes just begin to like glow with hatred.
Let the hate flow through you.
Anything else?
I know this is kind of a stupid question, and he's on the floor in pieces, but how's he looking?
On the floor,
Hell with constructs.
in pieces, and looks like he's seen better days.
I would be surprised if I was on the floor in pieces, be like, you know what? Not top 5.
Anything else
This
you
is
want to do,
the best
Vanica?
day ever.
It looks like he's. Are you kidding me? It seems like he's laughing. He looks like he's in stitches.
He just found love. I just got that. That's stupid.
Oh yeah, I no, because some of this stuff I want to hang on to. I'm being
She's
stingy.
saving it for the asshole.
Yeah, I think that will be it. So I did my full movement, and that's where I'm at.
Okay. It's not really looking in like he's in a great spot here, though.
We're about to pull a JoJo, and all the women are just going to surround this creature and start
Not
kicking it.
Vanica. I'm sorry, Chloe.
Yeah, like in The Boys.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
I can certainly try. 13.
So as he's like bound up and everything, he just does like a little flick of his wrist with the wand in his hand, and there's just this strange feeling that you have, like just this chill running up your skin, as like you open up your mouth to like scream in pain, as Danny, you see the flesh on the bodies interchange.
What bodies?
The mayor and Chloe, as they just switch with each other, as the skin is pulled off of the mayor and pulled off of Chloe, as their positions are flipped.
So am I
Sounds
holding?
painful.
Ew.
So am I holding Chloe?
You are holding Chloe now in your bear hug, and Chloe
Okay,
is
my
now,
brain went to a darker place.
Chloe
Okay.
is
Now-
now restrained in
Now
the
here's the
confines.
question. Here's the question though:
We thought you just skinned them.
is the sneer still on Chloe's face,
The what?
coming from the
The
sneer
sneer.
from the elf, still on Chloe's face,
You don't know.
or is it?
No,
the facial expression's right there in my face.
This is probably Chloe. You see Chloe kind of like in your arms, just now racked with pain. As
You're saying
Chloe,
probably.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt the wrong person.
Is the wand is still in Chloe's hand now?
give me a sec.
I'm scared, Rojan. That was weird.
What?
That was really
You
fucked
are
up,
gonna
man.
take-
Counterspell that?
You're gonna take 20 points of necrotic damage.
I don't have counterspell because I already used it this round.
As you're pretty much like ripped, like pretty much the skin is swapped on the bodies, but it is your full form. So it is Chloe in Danny's arms, and as soon as this happens, he ducks
Nope.
into the room.
God damn it.
Okay.
And then you hear him you hear him just cry out, "Protect me, you fools." And there's just like this audible groan coming from the other room.
So
If they're undead, I got this, guys. As long as they're undead.
So was there any way that I could have just kicked him on the way through?
No, because you are grappling right now. Chloe,
Kick.
you are currently vulnerable to both radiant and cold.
That's alarming.
That's fucked up.
Do I know in character that I'm
You don't feel right.
vulnerable?
You do not feel right. You don't know that you may be vulnerable to that specifically, but you don't feel like you did a second ago.
Fair.
Zed.
Oh my god. She's pissed. I guess I see him make his way out. I would like to Misty Step forward to here, and then I'm gonna run in through the room. But I'm gonna stop at the entrance here. Is there any way I could stop like here and just kick the door in?
Sure.
Okay. Would that be an action, kicking the door?
Nah.
Or you could.
Okay. Kick it open.
All right, so as you kick it open, you see the cause of the groaning and everything when he cries out, "Protect me, you fools."
Okay.
I'm waiting for the token to show up.
You're okay.
As
Make it big.
this strange abomination of just stitched flesh, and it looks like various body parts and animal parts are now like in between you and him.
Why you gotta pull Full Metal Alchemist on us?
Why? We're
I
all
was gonna
having
say-
the same phase.
We're suddenly in Resident Evil.
Well, that's fine.
I was gonna say Gremlins, but you know.
That's a weird fucking dog.
Yeah. Is it just the one, or is it
Just the one.
cool? You know what time it is, Rojan?
Is it Fireball time?
Pizza time.
No, I got rid of my fireball.
Oh.
Give me 1 second. Oof. Ooh, I want to do something insane.
Give it.
But no, hold on a second.
I love crazy.
No, I feel like you don't. Yeah, I don't know. You won't approve.
You're looking for approval when you're that mad.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
just quoting Frozen.
I love crazy.
I love
Danny's right behind me, right?
Yep. Hugging
In a
Chloe.
hug.
1 second. Okay. I'm going to reach behind me and reach for Danny's hand. Will you take my hand?
Technically grappling at the moment. You could probably grab the elbow.
Technically,
You could-
I can be touched. Yeah.
Yeah, you could grab her
Yeah.
elbow.
I'm gonna grab her wrist or elbow, and I'm gonna thunder step into the room.
Can you bring up
Hey.
Thunderstep?
Yep. I think it's this.
I love
Range is
that
90
spell.
feet. Yeah, I kind of do too. I've never gotten to use it before, but because I was afraid of being alone. But 90 feet in there. 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save. Half as much damage on a successful one.
All right. You can teleport yourself to an unoccupied space you can see within range. Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom. You can bring along any objects as long as they don't as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also teleport one willing creature to your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carry capacity. The creature must be within 5 feet of you. Danny, what's your strength?
My strength?
Yeah,
Total 18 right now.
total 18.
Why does that matter though?
I'm thinking something.
I just now realized my AC's been wrong this whole time.
Uh-oh.
And Chloe,
Uh-oh.
Chloe, how much does Chloe weigh?
130 pounds, not counting the weight of her gear.
Perfect. So, since you are technically carrying somebody right now, go ahead, Zen, go ahead and pull yourself to where you're gonna go.
Okay, and then really quick, would this dog, be within 10 feet of this spot? Oh, sorry, this spot.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to go here, but I'm worried about being too close to him. But Danny will be with me, I guess.
Mhm.
Well,
Hopefully-
here's the great thing.
Danny and
Chloe
will be
is
with
pulled
me.
along too. Chloe, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you, though. Because you were not technically the intended target.
No, I was not. And that
What's
is...
your ring again? Do you have the con ring?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Because
I was trying to think of like who's had the con ring this whole time.
that
Not
was
this
a
bitch.
god-awful roll, but I'm going to use a charge of the ring to give myself advantage on it.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank
Come
God.
on. Come on,
No, man.
bards.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
Oh no, like nobody knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, the second roll was even worse. That's going to be a 9.
Okay. So you are going to take half this thunder damage, as both the dog and the mayor have to make
You're out
theirs.
of line of sight. Damn it.
But my spell save DC is 15,
Damn.
so she failed it.
Yeah, but I'm being nice because this was like an unintended thing. So she's
Oh,
only
okay.
going to take half damage from the failure. But
Okay.
dog and mare, on the other hand, are going to take full damage. Because apparently
one,
I can't roll above a
two.
fucking 10 tonight on the dice.
Actually,
Yay!
You and me both.
I should be careful about this. I need to pick my dice carefully.
Maximum overload.
Yes.
That's how I got. Is that how I got the 18? Because you guys rolled bad.
Do
Oh,
you-
Pretty much.
by the way, don't forget, if you've been failing rolls, you have a coin from the raccoon. Keep that.
Sure do. Yep. Got to keep track of those failures. Ups that
Fine.
charge.
Oh, 9, 8, and 8. So that is, I can't do math right now. so
25.
25. 25 thunder damage for these guys.
Oof.
9, 8, and 8.
Let's see.
Putting you back. Good job, guys. I chose well. You can have a little kiss. Mwah.
And as the thunder damage goes off, dog takes the brunt of it as just electricity washes over it. And the mayor, though, stands there as you could see that it's hit him, though just like this very clear mucus just sort of like falls off of the body, sort of like absorbing the thunder damage.
Bruh.
So he didn't take any damage?
He didn't take any damage.
I'm just standing there like,
As if he's like immune or something was absorbed.
Something either he's immune to it or something absorbed it.
Okay.
And that was what, 25 damage you said?
25
So I
total.
take 12.
12. Anything else, Zenith?
I used up everything I had.
Okay. Zafira.
Okay. Trying to figure this out because I am far away and everything. So Pop-Tart's definitely going to be going in. Probably going to be attacking. the
Pop-Tart.
creature.
Yeah, but Pop-Tart goes on the end of your turn.
I was just putting him there for now so I don't forget about him.
Okay, I will put Pop-Tart there.
Okay. And then this thing looks like the original flesh thing.
Yeah, the
looks like it's pretty much done, right?
The flesh, it's still alive. It's still like twitching and everything about it. If you want to make a quick, if you want to make a quick intelligence check, you can.
sister, get the flamer. The
Heavy flamer.
flamer.
Yeah, if you want to make it.
Would that be my action?
No.
Okay.
Me, when there's stuff, I was so worried.
11.
11.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's
Oh, wait.
doing, but it looks very disgusting, wiggling on the ground and making those weird noises at you.
Alrighty.
You been reading some Nick Cutter or some shit, Rojan? That's nasty as hell.
No.
I couldn't even get into that building if or that room if I tried with my speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I think the furthest I can go is here.
You could run in.
I was thinking about, I was thinking about going in through the fireplace.
Yep.
Because
I forgot. Is there fire in the fireplace?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
And you
Yo,
actually
you-
have a clear shot at Zenith and
Yep.
the elf's feet, at least.
Yeah, hit me. Hit me.
Oh,
Okay, so if you're gonna go in there, the flesh golem is gonna make an attack of opportunity. As
Yeah, I kind of stepped over it. Or on it.
Ooh, there we go.
These boots
That
will
is
make
gonna
No.
be a natural 20.
No.
Yeah.
silvery box.
I'm
it's
in the
fine.
other room.
I
Mm.
can't.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Yeah.
it's fine.
I can't see.
No, like the attack happened right next to you against Zafira. She just went into the room, and the flesh golem is
Yeah.
right there next to you.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'll still
It's-
free forms that.
Okay, probably a good thing because the base damage before I rolled was 20.
Okay, maybe you should. Yeah.
Okay,
I was gonna say
silver-
like you don't have to. I'm good, and then I'm like, ugh.
I don't think a 12 hits you. So
Well,
just
you're the only person I see, so you automatically get the advantage for your next rolls.
yeah, so,
from the silvery barbs.
I just
You're
Oh
like,
yeah,
I
thank
see.
you.
I just rolled
Manic
it.
was like, sure,
I just rolled it to be curious,
whatever.
and I rolled like crap. So you would have only taken 27 bludgeoning damage.
Only.
Only.
Terrible. Yeah, this thing needs to. I mean, they're both dangerous. This thing just like packs a wall, so this thing needs to go.
Flesh golems are great. Danny. Oh, not Danny,
Golems
Saphira.
of every kind
so-
hit real hard.
I'm just waiting for the initiative tracker to change.
Oh no,
But
it's
yeah.
it's still Saphira because she just ran.
Oh,
She
okay.
just
No.
moved.
Okay.
Yeah,
You called for me. I was like,
I didn't do like my action. Now.
I will say from where you're standing right now, you do not have sight of anybody in the other room.
Okay.
Those rooms don't connect either, do they? It doesn't look like
Through
it
the
does.
fireplace.
Oh, is the fire actually lit though?
No, it is not.
No, I just
Oh, thank
said.
God. Okay.
yeah, like you can see like.
Saphira's
right
like,
there,
Go through the fire,
technically.
cleanse
I
all
just go
sins.
to the fire.
It's fine, guys. I'm a tiefling.
Yeah, I don't take fire damage anyway, so
Yeah,
it's
you
fine.
do. You take
Wait
you
a
take
minute,
half
no.
fire damage.
And
You
it's
resist
just-
it.
Do.
It's just a flesh
Damn, I
wound,
can't
it's
use
fine.
fire darts.
Damn. So I can't. Okay, so I don't have line of sight of anything, so I forget about spells.
You know what would be really
Um,
funny right now?
One of those flip walls from
No.
Scooby.
Your sense of humor is very
Yes.
different. What
The
is it?
grenade launcher.
She
That's
doesn't
in
have.
another
She
campaign.
doesn't. No, she
I
has
don't
the
have it
grenade.
anymore, right?
No, you still have it.
Do I?
You have your flail grenade launcher.
To whom it may
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I hate that
I
I
will
keep
say-
forgetting about my grenade launcher because it's leveled as it's multi-headed flail and then gun.
I will say this though. You do not have ranged or the line of sight to use your grenade launcher.
Also, we're all really clumped
I know.
up.
I know. That's why I thought it was funny.
Thunk.
What?
All
You
of,
two.
a,
Boom.
all of a sudden, this just turns into a Rainbow Six Siege match, and Saphira just kills her entire team.
Look, it's happened. Can I instruct Pop-Tart to go after the elf dude?
We get an attack of opportunity on the
Yes,
dog
you
then?
can, but the dog thing will get an attack of opportunity on Pop-Tart. You technically can't tell Pop-Tart to attack it or attack the dog thing because you don't know what's in there. But it could attack the elf. Jesus Christ. Can I roll something decent? Because an 8 is not going to hit Pop-Tart.
No.
All right, so he can go ahead and make his force empowered rend attack here against the mayor.
Can you make the font on Roll20 bigger? I'm getting old.
Yes.
Really?
Control zoom in,
Plus? No, hold on 1 second. I did that wrong.
like on your mouse.
Okay, yeah, I guess, but it just zooms in the map a bit, so let me do this.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I feel like I'm getting old. My LASIK is failing.
Yes. P proficiency bonus attack, so 3, so 6 damage.
6. What kind of damage?
Bite damage. He just essentially chomps at his ankle.
No, I'm just asking because it says what sort of damage the rend does on its sheet.
Melee weapon attack. Your spell attack modifier to hit, reach 5 feet, one target you can see, hit 1d8 plus PB force damage.
Force damage, thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
I like to imagine he just kind of chomps at his
And
ankle.
as he bites that leg, Zen, since you've seen it before, that like another layer of mucus just like descends off of him as it negates the bite.
We haven't really seen much of Eldritch magic in our campaigns. This is awesome.
Gross, but cool.
Yeah.
And then we go to Danny, who is currently hugging Chloe.
Free action. Let her go. But before I do, I say, I am so tempted to use you to hit him. And just let's go.
I'm almost
And-
dead.
And then
How much?
we
How
are
much,
going...
how much damage does a Chloe do?
Not enough.
No, my rules for medium-sized creatures a D12.
D12? Not enough. Because she doesn't go boom like my sword does.
I mean, if you crit, you probably will.
You don't know me. I might go boom.
The ring might go boom. We are
I like
going
my women to go boom.
Considering I'm still raging, we are going to attack. However,
Are you going to attack dog or are you going to attack elf?
I think they have enough with the elf covered, so going after the dog thing, as she is going to slice at it with her sword. So it's the right freaking page here. Alright. And we are going to be using ammo for each strike.
Okay.
Let's see here. So, advantage, because reckless. Alright. For the dog, AC 16.
AC 16 will hit.
Alright. Let's see. So that's going to be... Alright. Nice. Alright, that is going to be 15 slashing
15 slashing.
and 2 acid.
Okay.
And then swing number 2. That's a natural 20.
Ouch.
Let's see. Next one. That's going to be 25 slashing and 5 fire.
Ooh. Okay.
And bonus action. Make sure I'm doing this right. That's an action. Damn. Trying to figure out what my bonus actions are.
Do, 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 do.
No, I got nothing else, I don't think. Oh, reload. For a bonus action. And that's my turn.
Did you roll initiative for the dog thing?
Dog is at end of the initiative. It's at 0.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm real low on ammo.
All right. At this point in time, Vanica, because you are the only one left in the hallway, you see all of the body parts sort of twitch as their bindings sort of reach out, reconnect, and just like reform the body as it stands up and well, I gotta roll for this. Yeah. Just
Do I see if it's like healing itself?
just like in this, it's not really healing itself, it just pulled itself back together.
Oh, okay.
Just with like this guttural cry of anger, it lunges towards you.
That's fine. This is fine.
That's going to be a 25 to hit
Oh, fuck. Not picky enough. Yeah, that'll hit.
and a 26 to hit.
Ah, yeah.
All right, so first hit,
My reaction. Damn it. Okay.
that's going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage for the second.
Ouch. Everyone's too far away for me to do shit anyway. No one ever wants to stay close to the healer. This is
The
just
healer all
Final
the
Fantasy
time.
all over again.
I'm close to the healer all the time. They were
This is
running.
Final
Basic-
Fantasy all over again. Y'all just
yeah.
run off.
Run away from the healer, jump around, make your targeting impossible.
Oh, God. And I can't run any further now because I've got an asshole in my way. Which is fine.
I'll
Because
come back on my
I'm
next
going to
turn.
retaliate when it's my turn.
So, dog's turn. You see it kind of just release its form as it just turns into liquid and just starts draining into like a small crack in the floorboards.
Ew.
And then you just hear it like running across the floorboards underneath you guys.
Okay.
And as it does, it pops up here.
The plants are starting to make sense now.
Mm-hmm.
And as it pops up, this is not the character sheet that I wanted. Does it make 2 attacks or 1 attack? Makes 2 attacks. Cool. So it's going to just like this weird mangled mouth like opens up where a chest would be as it fires a large orb of like acidic mucus towards Zenith. Zen, does a 24 hit you? I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, 22.
Yes.
Now I will say this is something you could use shield for if you wanted.
But it would only bring me up to a 21, so it doesn't matter.
Ah. So, this turn, you're going to take 16 points of acid damage. And at the start of each of your turns, you are going to take another 2d6 acid damage until you spend you use a reaction to wipe off the mucus.
Okay.
And then for its second attack, it's going to fire another one of these mucus orbs at Danny. That is a natural 20 for 24.
Silvery barbs.
Always never having any fucking fun.
Well, I'm giving up my
Listen, this
reaction.
campaign-
Cocked.
I'm giving
Listen,
up
this
my
campaign-
reaction for silvery barbs, so, and I
That
won't wipe
is-
off the acid.
I shit you not, another natural
Nope.
20 for 24.
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and take 5
5.
radiant damage. No, it's
Yeah, it's a D6.
Force?
It's a D6
Oh, yeah, it's a
force
D6.
damage.
force damage. Take 5 force damage. The first time something's attacked me.
You're going to take 41 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Is that
And-
halved? Because he's raging.
You're raging, so yeah, technically it would only be no, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't be. It's physical damage, isn't it?
No, it's physical damage is halved.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm not a bear totem. So
Right. So yeah, so it's gonna be 41 acid, and much like
There's a couple of them.
much like
that
Zen,
do that as well, yeah.
you're gonna take acid damage until you spend a reaction to wipe it off.
a reaction.
Or do
Hold
you mean a
on.
bonus action?
Unless the target immediately uses its reaction to wipe off the mucus.
Oh, I
Thank
thought
God.
like yeah, I was gonna do,
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that-
you can't because silvery barb.
but because I thought you meant like bonus action.
Yeah.
So-
No. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, your silvery barbs is saved.
Okay, so then I would just wipe it off if it was just a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant bonus action. I'm like, okay, so I have to wait until my turn to wipe it off. So I will.
Can I flick it on the elf?
No.
Like a
Damn.
booger.
Like a booger. Yeah.
Ugh.
Chloe, on the bright side, at the start of your turn, Whisperwind notices what she's done, and she releases you from the bindings.
It's good. I was about to ask about those bindings. Like, I get the impression she's into that, but now's not the time. And I really don't know if I want to hang around in here or get the hell out of here. 'Cause I am not in a good spot, but there also isn't really a better spot to be in.
Well, we did just clear out the exit for you.
Yeah, I think I need to dip out of this room. One hit from that dog's gross breath and I'd be down. So I'm gonna use my action to disengage,
Okay.
and then I will move to there. And I see that Vanica is engaged with the golem. So I will use my bonus action to give Vanica bardic inspiration. Which also means she needs to
Oh, thank
pull
God,
from
you're
the
over
deck
here.
of inspiration.
Oh shit. Deck of Inspiration is from.
I don't know which book it's from exactly. I know it's the one that uses like regular playing cards.
You know how many?
Like Home of Heroes, or
Is this for your bard ability, your bardic thing, or is
Um,
it?
Wasn't it?
It was what gave me this? I don't remember what gave it to me, but it's not from my class.
It's the book. It's probably from the book of many things. Then
I have an idea.
deck
We're
of
at-
many things?
We're at 2 hours.
Many things from the deck?
oh no, we're not doing break just yet. We're near the end.
Okay.
I need
Okay.
to pee.
Oh, do
My-
you need to pee?
my-
Okay. If you need to pee, we will go ahead
No,
and
I can
take a
hold
quick
it
break. No.
because-
It's
no,
fine.
no. It's making
fine.
it's making the intensity fine, so I'm really
You
intense
guys are
right
the
now.
worst for road trips. Get your bladder
Look,
together.
I am not going to make things intense and then have you
No,
pee
I
yourself.
want it to be intense. It puts me into
Fine.
the situation.
Fine, we'll keep
I
going then.
have to pee.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, fine, we'll pee.
I found
I've
the
been holding it.
I found the deck of inspiration. It's fine because it allows me to create the deck of inspiration again because I put my playing cards back to normal.
What book and page is that on? I'll put it on my character sheet.
The Book of Many Things.
And the
Page
number.
18.
Okay, I'll note that on my character sheet for next time.
Yep, the deck of inspiration. All right. So we're gonna take a quick break here so people can get up and go pee and freshen up your drinks and everything, and we will be right back.
It was also a shorter campaign,
And
so we'll have to.
we
or later.
are
Yeah.
back.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's up? Chloe. Ah, yes, the deck of inspiration.
Mm.
No, probably would
So
have been a
what-
good
what-
thing to get it ready. But that would have required me to be responsible, and I'm
Hey,
responsible.
now that
I'm
now that I
responsible enough
peed-
through the week.
peed, I'm not so scared. I'm just kind of bummed
Oh,
out.
that's all right. Give it time.
I'm sorry.
I forgot there's a circle of owls.
2
I need to look into
ace,
that.
queen,
Don't laugh at me.
jack, king,
P adds urgency.
ace. Everything but the joker.
I know exactly what character I'm playing in Destiny Forge Campaign 5.
What's that?
Thinking way too far ahead.
What's that?
I'm gonna play one of the descendants of Ash's kids.
I mean, they both be fucking, so yeah, you could definitely do that.
They're around for a while. Their parents are still very much alive.
But the
grandparents.
the question is who are which kid are you playing?
I don't know yet, but I'm kind of looking into a Griffin Scout. There's also like a handful of Griffin-related classes, and I'm like, oh, well, she's got a Griffin. Obviously, she's bred, Sahara. So.
Well, that's the thing I wanted to talk to you about is Sahara most definitely was able to begin to like create a clutch and everything. So
when she came of age, I mean, she was
The,
only a year and a half old by the time the campaign ended.
yep. And by the time she was fully grown, she has like dragon equivalent intelligence, has the ability to speak and everything like that because of the
Yep.
type of griffin that she is.
Yeah. And most animals are fully grown within a year too.
Mhm.
Most
So-
animals. So
So a griffin knight would not be something that would be out of the question.
right? There's a handful of them.
I'm just trying to imagine stereo Ash because picking up the accent.
All right, is it you or is it Zoro that needs to draw from this deck?
I think we decided that the person receiving the inspiration is the one drawing.
Oh, okay. What do I roll then? Pick from.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 19 cards.
19. Okay. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and pick 17.
19, 18, 17.
Oh my god, the picture they have for the Griffin Scout
Ooh.
is a fucking magpie griffin, which is exactly what Ash's is. That's funny. Anyway, I'm distracted.
Okay, so with drawing the flame card or the Queen of Clubs, whenever you deal damage to a creature, they take an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Oh, okay. How long does that last for?
I knew you were going to ask that, and I closed the book anyway.
Like it's mid-close and you're like, wait, no.
You choose to use it.
Oh, so it's like a one and done. sort of
One
thing.
and done thing, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But right now you've got the flame card, so within like the amount of time that you have this bardic inspiration, you can.
It's part of inspiration's big things in the next minute, technically.
10 minutes, I believe it lasts.
Oh, 10 minutes? Oh, okay. Cool.
Vanica.
Here's the thing. Everyone's moved so fucking far from me.
Yeah, they have.
So I can't
I'm
do jack
coming back.
shit. You're coming back. So I have a plan. Because I see that you look like
Not a
shit
plan,
right now.
Arthur.
So I am hoping this plan works. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I am going to use another. Oh, no, sorry. Free action. Take notes of this, guys. This is for the history books. I'm taking a health potion.
Oh my
I know.
Now I know.
I know.
Now I know you're
I
all
know.
fucked. I know you're
I
all
know.
fucked.
I know. And it's gonna be one of the I didn't make a note of where I got this from, but it's a specialty one. I don't know if it's a raccoon item, but it's technically a slightly better health potion, so it's 3d4 instead of the 2d4.
You either got that from Raccoon or you got that from Reggie.
Probably.
I
You know,
think
it
it
might
came
be
from
Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah, because I have a couple of them, so I'm like, I don't know where I got that from, but I have notes that I have one. So let's do that first. Oh, thank you, dice gods. Okay, so so that's 15. Get myself back up. Thank God. Okay, looking a little better. Okay, so that was my free action. I am going to. I need to get this guy out of my face because I'm hearing all sorts of crazy shit happening in a room I can't even see or reach right now. That everyone's kind of huddled in, as far as I know. So I'm gonna go ahead and at 3rd level, I'm going to guiding bolt this asshole in my face right now.
Okay.
I'm basically gonna grab its face and just guiding bolt, just point blank. And it's just like, my friends need me. I need them to go. Oh, you tease me out of that 20. 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Okay, that's 8. Six. I was gonna say that seemed a little too high. Okay. I can math. 30 points of radiant damage.
You just place your hand on this thing's head, cast the guiding bolt, and it is just incinerated in just a spout of radiant fire as the body just collapses in front of you and does not twitch this time, is now just laying at your feet.
Good. How much health did it have left? Because that is actually what my bonus action is going to be.
5.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well,
You already did a massive amount the first time you hit it.
I did, but I didn't know how much I had left, and I needed to get him off the fucking board so I could keep moving.
Well, you did that.
So what I will do. Okay, so getting closer, but as that's happening, as I'm passing by, since I was holding on to his face, as the body just starts to disintegrate, basically, she kind of like does this with her hand to kind of pull the essence from this creature, and as she's walking, she kind of does what some of you have seen her do before. She kind of like rotates and pushes that energy straight into Chloe, as you do get 5 points of healing from my mercy magic.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Anything else, Vanica?
Well, I was hoping it would heal Chloe more, but I'll get to that next time. So, yeah, no, that is it for me.
Okay.
That's as far as I can move right now.
This guy is going to do what all great villains do. Be a coward.
Monologue? Oh, that too. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say monologue.
That's also something they do.
As he is going to sprint 60 feet.
He seems like
So
a guy that would like to hear himself
is
talk.
he using his action to dash that far?
Yes.
All right, that's an attack. of
No, it's not.
opportunity.
You used your reaction to wipe off the spit.
That's right. Yeah.
And as he runs, you just hear, "This isn't over!" And he just jumps. You just see a spout of flame just sort of like shoot out from the room.
Did you just freaking Harry Potter this shit? I forgot what that's called. When they teleport via fireplace.
Blue powder.
Yeah.
Blue powder, thank you.
Blue.
Better. Blue Network.
Blue Network. Yep.
This asshole.
Blue powder power.
And we go to Zenith.
I don't know, man.
Dog.
Yep. I'll turn around and I'll look at this dude. And how's he looking?
Give me 1 second. Zora, how much damage did you do previously to that flesh golem?
30.
Okay. So I was wrong in its HP. It wasn't 5, it was 24.
Oh! You get 24, man.
So sorry, what was that, Zen?
I was just wondering how this dog is looking.
Horrible.
Cool. I think
It's a once a day ability I can have, so take it. Take
I'm
it.
almost at max now.
Yeah.
I think in my frustration, I would probably turn towards this little dog guy and cast Destructive Resonance. It's a scathing string of, speak of the devil, void speech that assaults the minds of those before you. Each creature in a 15-foot cone that can hear you takes 46 psychic damage or half that damage on a successful wisdom saving throw. Creature damaged by the spell can't take reactions till the start of its next turn. And just to be extra safe, I'm gonna move 1 step forward so that he's fully in the cone. And I'll roll to hit him.
Constitution saving throw?
Wait, don't I have to roll or no?
Nope.
Well,
No, bring up the spell. I'm reading up Thunderstep. Go and bring up the spell.
1 second. There you go.
Each creature within a 15-foot cone that can hear you takes 46 psychic damage or half with a successful wisdom save. Yeah, so you don't have to roll. I just have to.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Yep. So,
It takes 46 psychic damage.
46. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 7, 4, 10. That is 13 points of damage.
13. As this dog is just obliterated by the psychic damage.
And I'm kind of standing there like heaving breaths. My back is to everybody, but you can see like from the back, like I'm shaking. I'm very angry. Are we still in initiative?
You are not in initiative, though I will say this. As soon as that dog falls, there's another spout of flame as you hear the mayor being brought back into the room by the neck by this large armored individual. Its armor not really comprised of what looks to be metal, but hardened flesh. As it raises a hand and just this weird, I guess you could call it tree. This flesh spike forms in the ground and he just shoves the mayor onto it, pinning him up there by his shoulders. Cowardice is not allowed. How dare you run from lesser beings? As it takes a couple steps back and it turns and it walks back into the fireplace, and after another spout of flame, the fire extinguishes.
Was I able to see who it was?
You were not in the room. I could no. You know what? I'll give you guys time to go into the room if you want to.
Run. I don't think I'd make it like fully all the way in, but maybe about here before all that is done. I would think.
As you run through my spirit shroud, Vanica, all the snakes that are like flailing around me at the moment, all like hone in on you and give you like a little thank you kiss on the cheek for the health.
As
She of course will be like, "You're welcome."
as this night leaves, you can see that the mayor has been put through the ringer. He didn't look like this when he ran. He was still in like that pristine look and everything after using that spell, but he is torn up. It like old scars cover the entirety of his body, just gouges and tears in his flesh. His hair no longer like this pristine silver. It's now just this matted gray with like loose hanging strands. If you didn't know any better, he would look like an undead.
Gross.
And like he just like hangs there from like this 6-foot spiked tree of flesh.
So is he kind of like grappled or like bound or something?
He is suspended at the moment. As you can see that where he was hooked up at, it's pretty much 2 of the spikes on the tree are embedded into his shoulders from the back, as he's just hanging there like Dead by Daylight style.
Yeah.
Does this look familiar to Vanica? This type of magic, or even the night that came out?
No, this would not be something Vanica would have sort of knowledge about, though just by the looks of it, Vanica, you feel sick. Like just the sight of this magic, the sight of what just happens, it is so unnatural that it makes you feel sick.
It's not who I thought it was. Okay. It's not good. Okay.
Would I recognize the flesh magic or anything like that?
No, this is
Okay.
far beyond, what grandma magic has exposed you to.
What about me at school?
Not even you at school would know this.
Okay.
No flesh magic projects on anyone?
As Vanica, you are or not Vanica, Zen, you are standing there just staring at this husk of an individual.
How high up is he compared to me?
He's like, with the suspension up and everything, he's probably about 7 feet. His feet are dangling off the floor.
So I can't reach him.
You could reach him. Like the top of his head is 7 feet. So yeah, you can reach him.
Were you wanting to say something weird? I'm sorry.
Just kind of taking in all of that. This night that came from hell. This man who was only just haggard now is a husk.
Oh, he wasn't even haggard previously. Like he was pristine.
That's what you said. That's what you said when we first met him. Is like he looks like a haggard elf.
But then when he did that little flesh switch with Chloe, he looked perfect.
Where's his wand, if anything?
You don't see the wand.
Good.
It's like he's just like, he looks up and his eyes are even clouded over as he's like staring at you, Zenith.
Huh. Sounds like someone just got dumped.
I'm gonna reach and kind of pat down his body to see if I can find his wand.
Nowhere to be found.
Okay. I take a step back and I look up at him. And then I quick slap him across the face.
And as you slap him across the face, just like that top layer of flesh just gets ripped from him.
No reaction. Just kind of
He
stick
went.
my hand out.
He kind of.
Danica throws up.
He kind of winces, but it's almost just a slight reaction.
Who are you working for? Because surely a sick, twisted piece of trash like yourself is not doing this all on your own.
I will not speak to someone undeserving of the truth. You are below us. Even in my current state, I am leagues above you.
I look over my shoulder and I catch Chloe's eye. Can I ask your assistance? If you
Walk
feel up to
forward.
it.
To be next to Zen. Yeah, anything you need.
Give him the Brutus treatment.
That's
So
not
You're-
necessary,
you're
guys,
gonna-
if there's another way.
You're gonna promise to marry him? What?
Yeah.
As long as
I can
he
perform a
doesn't-
ceremony.
As long as he doesn't resist it, like Brutus ended up doing, because that was painful. But
No, I meant like zone of truth.
oh, that part, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I can do that, no problem. And she just snaps her fingers, and zone of truths the whole area.
Okay. Zone of Truth kicks off, and try as he might to resist it, he is not strong enough at the moment to put up any sort of defense.
So I kind of hold my hands behind my back and I say, one more time, who are you working for?
You despicable, low-born pieces of trash.
Mhm.
I look forward to the day when the Kamiroskin Empire washes over this trash heap of a continent.
He's nodding along.
Lord
I don't want to slap
Zathway.
him again.
And you slap him and he just keeps talking.
Mhm.
Lord Zathway was right. Just a slight error in his calculations. We'll make quick work of that mistake. Then we will all make you kneel.
What was that error in his calculations? Oh, great one.
He fights trying to resist this as it's just forced out of him. The crown. Too much power focused inside of it. Too and he stops.
To what?
Too much pride. Not enough focus.
And all of those tieflings and lesser humans that you all gathered up, where did you send them?
Again, you see him try to fight. And this he's actually trying to put effort into. It's like he's like thrashing his head, but he cannot resist the zone of truth. Some were sent to work camps. Others used to test the effects of the corruption in the folly. Others, he kind of like looks over to the amalgamation of flesh that dog thing was made to serve.
What was your next step?
Waiting for orders.
From Zafway?
He shakes his head. Lord Zafway is dead.
Who are you awaiting orders from?
She who resides in the flesh. Our mistress. A welcome beacon unearthed in this continent.
Where is that?
Nowhere you can reach.
So then tell me.
I cannot.
Because you don't know?
I do not know the location.
And how do you receive orders? What were you waiting for, specifically?
Messages.
From? Where? Like, where would you be going to get them?
In flame. He's like sort of like looks over to the fireplace.
From where they kicked you out because you were a coward?
They feel I need to be punished
Well, we are in agreement.
for failing to dispose of the lesser ones.
What is in Raskin's folly? And how can I get in there?
The camps. The tunnels. We have dug under the walls. Though we have not found a means to protect ourselves from the overabundance of corruption held within those walls. If we cannot resist it, beings like you have no choice or no chance.
You're probably right.
Avoid this folly.
I have waited a very long time to meet you. And I thought about it for several years, every night. And I wondered what I would do when that day came. But no matter what I decided on as the days went by, one thing was for certain, and that's that it wasn't going to be fucking quick. I don't have any more questions for you, so I guess I could start now. Is that all right with you?
As he just remains silent. If there is any sort of fear within this person, within his body, not showing it.
All right.
Given the couple slaps that you've given to him and the flesh that you've pulled off of him, you feel like the nerves are just dead. His
That's
body
fine.
can take damage, but he doesn't seem to feel it.
I turn to everybody and I say, is there anything else we need from this man?
Not
Or that you would
torture.
like to do?
May I rifle through his pockets?
Sure.
Yeah, fair enough.
Take a step back.
And I'll just
Yeah.
quickly check, see if he has anything at all on him.
As you rifle through his pockets, he doesn't seem to have anything on him. Though, as you get close to him, you see something sort of crawling underneath the skin of his right forearm. And his hand goes back to like expose the palm up to the air as this strange, you now get a full look at it, this strange wand appears out of his hand and begins floating in the air. It is just a sick, even just to look at it, it's just a sickening amalgamation of flesh and bone. You could see like fingernails like inside random parts of the flesh, and at the tip just a very skeletal like just like the tip of a bone, probably from like an index finger or something. And it just floats there for a minute as it just begins to move by you. And it hovers in front of Zenith. Child, I feel your pain. This fool in front of you deserves everything that you can muster to give him. But I can guarantee that he feels everything tenfold.
Thank you so much.
You wish to have your answers on Zathway.
Yes.
You wish for your parents' location.
Yes.
This can be offered.
Or what? Like her soul or something?
You guys don't hear this. You just see her talking to this
Oh.
wand.
Oh God.
All
Okay.
Danielle
Not
you
another
pulling
need,
out a sword.
all
Not
you
another
need to
one.
do is take me in your hand
She already has a staff.
and let me
Sure.
guide you.
Absolutely. And instead, I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. And can I aim it at the wand? 2 bolts.
Yep,
See if I can snap it.
go ahead.
Alrighty. I gotta roll to hit this.
Come on.
That's a 18 plus 7.
So you
That's
fire,
awful.
you just fire the 2 bolts into this wand, and the first one you see it kind of cracks it. The second one it just breaks it in 2, as the wand falls to your ground and just begins to melt. As there's just this sickening orb of magic now hovering in front of you.
Take a step back.
Danielle slowly pulls out the great sword.
I guess I have your answer.
Yes. Fuck off now. Thank you.
She kind of looks like the orb just turns almost as if it's like looking towards this mirror. And it flies over to him one last time. It was such a disappointment that you were such a coward, Flesh Ripper. Now I must find a new one. Enjoy your pain. And it just slowly begins to descend, and it floats by Vanica and goes into the fireplace, and there's a quick wick of flame. It transports out, and the fire dies.
No way was I touching that.
I will say, I will say, if you actually did, you would have had a legendary artifact in your possession.
And also, it's not worth making everybody hate me, so no thanks. I feel
Danica
like
would
that
not
would.
approve for sure.
I feel like some people would have been very vocal about their disapproval, and I don't like it. So, I turn back to the mayor. Nobody else has anything else they want to do?
So are we gonna arrest him or just kill him now?
We show
You can
mercy
see she's
and
got the
just
great sword.
That
Kill him
is
quick.
entirely up to Zen.
There's no point in dragging it out. Just kill him. If
You're right.
That's
I mean,
what
if he-
brings you
if-
peace.
If he can't feel pain anyway,
Exactly.
the torture wouldn't even be enjoyable.
Yeah.
That was out of character, but still.
Real quick though,
Danica's like, oh.
And she's
The-
like, oh my god.
after the wand broke and it was the orb, and the orb spoke to the mayor. Did we hear that part of it?
Yes, you
or-
did. That was completely audible.
Flesh Ripper.
Okay,
Flesh
so
Ripper.
the orb did say that, you know, he was gonna feel it. So just out of curiosity, I'm gonna like nick his leg with my nail or something.
And as you
See if he feels
do, you see a full-on reaction to it.
I guess he feels it now.
Yeah.
It's still not the point. Just he's already undead. Like
I will say any
Finish
action
it.
that is taken against him will be given to Zen, because this is technically tied to her story.
Oh yeah, Vanica's just voicing her opinion. Is all.
I hear you, Vanica. 100%. But this man is not only the reason for my parents' misery, but also hundreds of families everywhere. I do not feel sympathy for him.
Is he
And with
gonna
that-
turn into the monster he has become.
Is that what I'm gonna do, Vanica? Am I gonna turn into a monster because I kill one man who is terrible? I'm the same as someone who's encamped hundreds of families, turned them into these fleshlings. I'm the same thing.
I'm saying you don't want to become that.
I'm asking you, is that what I'm gonna be turning into?
If you keep going down this path, which I don't want
Which
to
path am I
happen,
going? Which is taking out one bad man.
A vengeful path. If there's more of these people involved,
I know
sounds like
this
there's more
man.
than one.
Vanica, I can leave him. I'll leave him here then, if that would make you happy.
You
No, I'm
leave
just
me,
saying,
I
if you
will
want-
hunt you down.
That makes sense.
I'm saying don't kill him. I'm just saying if you're going to kill him, torture is unnecessary.
It's not going to be torture, and I'm not going to be the one doing it. And with that, I pull up my Legion, so he's in that group of those Legion soldiers, and I turn and I walk away out the door.
Okay. And as you summon the Legion, just sounds of blades and spears and axes piercing flesh
Oh
just
god, I'm in range.
echoes
Ugh.
as he is just
Oh, no.
sliced and diced and destroyed within a matter of minutes. And as he dies, they slip away, or the spell fades. And what now is in front of you is this almost like perfectly leathery mummified corpse,
Gross.
just hanging from that flesh spike.
I don't even see it. I just need to leave, and I walk out into the hall.
And as you walk out into the hall, you stumble
I
across.
puke into the planter.
You,
Full
And
on
it's like, hey!
you,
Sorry.
you stumble across his papers that he originally dropped. In the mix of like small charters and personal notes back and forth to individuals in the city, you do find a strange orangish piece of paper. Just a singular sheaf of this orangish paper that seems to have like fiery cracks running through it. No script or anything on it. Warm to the touch. Not a sickening warm, not a this is made from a human body warm. This is like campfire warm.
Mm-hmm. And I wipe my mouth of vomit, and I lean down to pick it up. And I don't see anything on it.
You don't see anything on it, per se. Though because you did go to school, you can give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That was really bad, so I'm gonna use my second luck. Okay, that's much better. I forgot what my Arcana is. 7? That is 19.
So you sit there and you look at this piece of paper, and then what he said begins to make sense. Awaiting orders from the flame. What you are holding in your hand is Cinder Sheaf, a magical parchment that only can deliver its message once it is burned.
Are these lit? These little sconces? on the
Those
wall?
little sconces are indeed lit.
Oh, and this one too. Is this like a fireplace?
I don't know what the hell that is.
I think it's a fireplace. A decorative
Or
one.
It's like a hallway fireplace. It really does.
Yeah, man.
With plants. You know what? Screw it. Has fire in it for some reason.
It
Magic.
looks like it though. It's like, huh.
You know what it is? It's probably like an old style like hallway heater.
Yeah.
That way, if you're
I'm wa-
walking out during a cold night, you're not freezing your ass off, I guess.
So I'm gonna kind of squat in front of that and hold the sheet out in the flames with a very shaky hand.
You hold it out, and the sheet just bursts into flames. And as it does, this like just small puff of bluish air is just thrust back at you, as you're like taken just into a trance. As you're in the trance, you seem to be standing third party to another individual. Very tall, lanky individual wearing a tattered dress. Her skin seems to just be a patchwork of various flesh from different beings. A large black veil, like a hooded veil, over her shoulders, and on her hip just this very twisted looking cat of nine tails. My dear Flesh Ripper, I must thank you for having patience for so long, as the next phase of our plan was to begin. But the wait is at an end. In 4 days' time, a woman from the north will be visiting you. With her power and knowledge, you should be able to traverse the folly without any fatal risk to you or your followers. Make preparations, my dear. Victory will soon be at hand. And as she finishes, you're kind of pulled back into reality in front of that fireplace, the parchment no longer in your hand.
Obviously, this is momentous. But I think Zenith's just so overwhelmed that she kind of just wraps her arms around her knees and just rests her head on her knees and kind of cries tears of just pure exhaustion and anger and hate and sadness.
What are the rest of you doing?
I think Danielle would have actually followed Zen out. Kind of using the sword as like a walking stick at this point.
Okay.
Zen?
Did you see that whole thing with the fire?
I saw the whole thing with the knight all the way up to now.
So you saw me like talking to the fire thing?
I think I saw you like pulling away from the fire and then sitting down with your knees. And then I see the orange sheet in your hand.
Nope.
I'm like,
Orange sheet's not
no,
there anymore.
It's all gone.
Nope. It is a one-time use. Once it touches flames, the message is delivered and it is gone.
As in, it's gone.
It's gone, like destroyed.
Okay. So, what are the odds that your parents are still alive in the camp?
If I think about that right now, I might go mad.
Well, she just kind of like walks over, leans the sword up against the wall, just kind of sits down with her. Until you're ready to move.
Why are you being nice to me? I behaved badly.
You behave naturally.
I am not the same as that man, am I? Am I?
Far fucking from it. For starters, you don't have hooks in your shoulders from being hung up. You're not going back on your word or running away from your problems. You're facing them head on. If anything, you're the complete opposite of that man.
I don't think this book is good.
Perhaps. But from what I can tell, the book is not you. You get to decide how to use that.
I thought I would know what to do after I ended him. Because I've been thinking about it since I could comprehend what happened as a child, and now I don't know what to do, and it just seems to never end. It's just going on and on and on, and I don't know if I'm even cut out for this.
First thing you can do is breathe. Relax. Not think too hard on it now. It's past us. It's done. And there's nothing saying that you have to rush off to do anything else.
Well, actually, there is.
What do you mean?
I walked off, because I was upset. And I definitely didn't puke or anything, but I found his papers on the ground. And there was a sort of letter where if it's exposed to flames, it reveals a message. And I was taken before a woman who looked terrible. And she was saying how in 4 days' time, another woman will show up who will give us the ability to be able to traverse the corruption in the folly. And that's in 4 days' time she's coming here. So we have to decide what to do. And
4 days, you say?
mhm.
That gives us a couple of days to plan. Not to mention finish up what we're doing here.
I want to see if there's any record here of where my parents might have ended up. I know they don't give two shits about people like me and my parents, but maybe someone kept a note. And if it turns out that they are somewhere, like in the corruption, or...
I would say don't look for names. Treat the city as if it were pieces.
Yeah, that's true. But if it turns out that they've been alive this whole time, I don't know whether that's better or worse, honestly.
If anything, it gives us a reason to go into the folly.
Well, we already have to do that because
Yes.
that's where that crown is.
There is a moment while you're having this conversation that as you're leaning against the wall talking to each other, you see something crawl out of the fireplace. And like it, just this strange flesh-like homunculus, no eyes, very oblong limbs, and just like a blob like body sort of crawls over to you, Zenith, with a letter in its mouth. And it just drops it at your feet and slowly begins to walk away, and he's about 5 feet away from you, and it dies and just melts.
I bend down to scoop up the letter. What sort of place is this?
Not ours.
I open the letter.
And perfectly fine piece of paper, no flesh, no blood, ink, anything like that. Just a very beautiful sheaf of white paper, very beautifully handwritten letter. My dear Zenith, while you may have turned my offer down, I must thank you for weeding weakness out of my ranks. Your parents are alive. You can find them in Caerleon.
And as I'm reading this and I reach the end, I kind of, my hand like reflexively like clenches and the paper is crushed. And I feel like I'm...
You mind if I get that? Or is it too personal?
Give me a moment.
I'll take you guys to the map so where you can see where Caerleon is.
I want to say it's like northeast.
I'm over here trying to ping it on the map. I'm looking at just my own like copy of the map. Why isn't it pinging?
What I have
Isn't
open.
this working?
That's what I have open.
Yeah.
Just pull up, MS Paint.
Just north of the Lonic Wood is Caerleon.
And without a word, I just hand the letter to Danny after I've read it a second time.
Oh. Oh. Just gonna not fold it, but like just kind of curl it over and pass it back to you.
This doesn't align with our... I know this doesn't align with what we're supposed to be doing, but
We're not giving up on it. We're just going to put a pin in it. That being said, strange that they would even think to offer you that, but
it's a trap.
that
gotta be a
or
trap.
it's a task to weed out more of their filth. Either way, we have half a day left here before we need to meet up with the grandmothers, head home to the vampires, to then come back here for the meeting. Doable. As an aside, I'm assuming you don't want to know or have anything from here.
You can loot it if you want to, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, I'm only asking because right now, obviously you don't like this place. I can definitely feel the bad vibe of this place. This man lived a little too good for what he was living in. He's dead. He's not gonna need it.
I didn't really think about it. I mean, it's not at the forefront of my thoughts right now. What happens to this man's house?
Which is why you got me to think about it.
Time to loot.
Yeah. I kind of... I don't know. You can loot if you want to, Danny. It's fine. I'm not gonna judge you.
I mean, it's more about, can anything in here fit in my damn tour bag? I'm looking around and I'm like, anything but the kitchen sink?
If it's alright, Danny, I think I just need a minute alone.
Understandable.
Sorry.
No.
As this conversation is going on, what are those of you in the master bedroom doing at this point in time?
Looting. Oh, I forgot how big this fucking house is.
Yeah. Since this house is so huge, I will do something for looting. So don't worry about having to go room to room. Is there anything anybody is doing that isn't loot related at this moment that is still in the master bedroom? Vanica. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's
In the
okay.
master bedroom.
I was just gonna see. I originally, before we had that great time of you finding the papers, I was originally going to look at the papers. But if there's any other papers, like at a master bedroom desk or anything like that, to see if there's anything else.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll for that.
Possibly useful. Okay. $18.
18. Going through there, you do find one thing. A small piece of scrap paper that says new safe combination 10 14 23.
How Resident Evil of you.
I'll just wait till you have to find the specific keys.
Is there a safe nearby?
Not that you can see.
Alrighty then. I'll just
Vanica.
I'll keep that for now.
Okay, Vanica, you are inspecting the fireplace.
I'm doing a couple things. Yeah, I would like to use my Ashen Memories ability and see
Oh,
what
God.
memories I can find from this fireplace. I know
Oh,
she's not.
fuck.
She's already not looking forward to this ride, but she's gonna try to cast it as once before she gets on her knees, and that slow little patch of green just grows from her as she concentrates on this spell.
Okay. I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
This is good because it's what I do. Let me check my thingamabob. Hold on. Oh God, where is it? There it is. Okay. 27.
Okay. Can I get an investigation roll from you?
Investigation?
Investigation, because there is so much information in this fireplace to process.
Oh God! Oh no! I'm not very good at investigation. Oh, but my dice are spicy. Okay, that's a nat 20 for a 19.
You reach out with your Ashen Memories ability, and anybody in there just sees you go stiff as a fucking board as
A tree joke?
all of this information just starts pouring into your mind. Images of these sick, twisted experiments that the Flesh Ripper had done. The day that he made the pact with this being and was given this wand and just this eldritch control over flesh incarnate. The comings and goings and dealings that have happened in this place. Visits with strange individuals, much like that night, wearing flesh armor and flesh clothing. All conversations about the progress being made into breaking into the folly. Reports of what happened to individuals that they sent inside. Ways they could counteract it. All have been turned out to be failures.
Wow.
But there is one thing that sticks to you the most. You know how to reactivate this fireplace to teleport you to wherever the mayor went.
Except if I reactivate it, I don't want that guy to. Oh no.
And as you're kind of just like
Ooh.
sucking in all of this information, Chloe, what are you doing?
Is it kind of like Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull where Kate
That's where my
Blanchett's
brain
like,
went.
"It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much."
Too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, you're just getting
Exactly where I
way
went.
too much
I want to
information
know
shoved into
everything.
your brain at once.
That movie was horrible, by the way.
It
Mhm.
was.
Oh, I liked it.
Yep.
Was it great? No. Was it a fun watch? Yes.
Even the big bad dude fight was just a rehash of the airplane fight.
I'll bet. I only went
We'll go
because
with
at the
it.
time I had a huge crush on Shia LaBeouf, but then he turned out to be absolutely batshit, so no thanks.
Ew.
Yeah. What? Wait.
You know, it came out that he was a cannibal. So,
He was a
He-
cannibal.
Shut
He,
the fuck
he
up.
just, he
so-
just changed after holes. I'm sorry.
I thought he was
Chloe.
so cute in holes.
As much as I do want to just rummage around this place, we're dealing with loot later, so I think Chloe is just like sitting on the edge of this bathtub watching over Vanica.
okay. As you sit on the bathtub, you notice that this thing is made of solid gold.
I could reduce it.
And then I could put it in my bag.
Mm-hmm. I need to see how long this. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it gets larger in the bag. It just says concentration up to 1 minute.
We'll add that to the loot pile.
Okay. So, getting to looting here once everybody has done their stuff.
There's one more thing I was gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Before looting.
Okay.
This is gonna sound so bad. When she's done, of course, she's kind of breathing heavily because it was just a lot happening as her green patch starts to wither and die around her. She's gonna look over her shoulder at the corpse of this high elf, and she's gonna eventually get up, and with her hand she wants to touch the skull and see if it's like a solid skull that she feels inside of this rotted flesh.
It's not.
Oh.
Like, you reach up and it feels like a rotted pumpkin.
Oh,
Ew.
I hate this.
I mean, you did wither it away like a Minecraft wither.
No, he withered away because of the side effect of him being the flesh ripper. But like, yeah, you feel like just a solid punch or something would probably make him fall apart.
Really? Because I slapped him twice.
That was before he died.
As before.
Oh, sorry. I must have loosened the lid for you.
So,
That was my
I'll
bad.
leave this up to you. Would I know if I casted mending on it? Could I bring it back to at least be a skull?
You could not, because mending does not work on bone.
That was, yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say, are you trying to cast Speak with Dead?
Yeah, well, I was gonna take the skull with me for a later time, but this skull feels like it's not really a skull. No one wants pumpkin in their bag. Yeah, that's most unfortunate. So instead, does she see, like, I see there's several desks in here. Do I see something on the desk that's just like a small object, whether it's like
there are a ton of small objects all over the. There are a ton of small objects and personal items in this room.
Okay.
Like, you look around, and now that you're not like fighting off like flesh abominations and everything.
Yeah.
This elf lived in the lap of luxury. Everything in this room is pristine and high end. Like, this is bougie beyond bougie.
Is it bougier than my parents' house?
Yes.
Damn.
This makes your parents.
Okay.
This makes your parents look poor.
Ugh.
So
My
So if that's
adoptive
the
parents.
case-
Your adopted parents. Yes.
I feel like he would have one of these then. He just seems the type. You know those souvenir spoons, those little dainty, made out of silver spoons?
Yep.
She's gonna grab one of those.
Just like one of the, like
And
the
put 'em
little
in her
little
bag.
silver jelly spoons. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. They look like little teaspoons, but they're for just decor than to actually use.
Yep.
She's gonna grab one of those and
My
put them
mom
in her
had those.
bag.
I'm not
To
collecting
have an item from this place.
And much to probably nobody's surprise, he has a collection of these, just like on like a little display case.
Of course.
My mom had one from, it was like a special edition from Prince Charles and Princess Diana's wedding. It was like her prized
Ooh.
possession. Yeah.
And then if there's it doesn't matter what it is, could be a cup, could be a little plaque or something. If there's something that's also made out of wood, like a little trinket that's made out of wood, she's gonna take that as well.
Because it's wood, I'm going to need an investigation check for that one.
I have advantage because I have a tree.
No, because the
Makes
entire,
sense.
I mean, if you're looking for wood, there's, you know, the floorboards.
That's Feels like a lot of work to take a piece of the floorboard.
Just
with me
rip up
now.
you just see Vanica throwing the carpet aside and ripping up a floorboard.
You couldn't ask me to do that?
You know what? Oh my god, I shit you not. Nat 20 for 19.
Okay.
This is not what I wanted nat 20s, guys. Come
So-
on.
You
That's
walk
awesome.
over to like his personal desk and you begin to look around, and there is a small little wooden cup that looks like it was very crappily hand carved years ago. It looks like a kindergarten project.
Aw, his first woodwork.
And he's
Okay.
just got like a couple like little quills just sitting in there.
Okay. I'll just grab that little piece of wood.
Okay.
So, okay. All right.
All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before we get to the looting?
In the bedroom, because I'm not in there.
Right, that's the
anyone.
three-bedroom pickle.
Anyone?
Okay.
I mean, part of what I do in that room is actually looting, so.
I was wanting to talk to Zenoa, and that would take too much time.
No, it won't. You can drop in and chat with Zenoa if you want.
Okay. I think I was wanting to go down here to where this statue is.
Okay,
Maybe
in front
sit on the
the
yeah.
Zathway statue. Okay, yeah.
yeah. Cause what's that book doing there? And I'm gonna open up my book. I'm just gonna let out a breath and try to quiet my mind so I can talk to him.
And much like before, you quiet your mind and everything, you're pulled into that blackness, and you're now just in that very comfortable chair. A cup of tea on a saucer sitting next to you on like a little end table. Zenoa sitting across from you. My dear, you look horrible. And I don't mean in a beauty standard. I mean just your emotions are beaming off of you, and none of them are good.
I reach over and I take the little teacup. I spin my spoon in there. I go, can you tell me why that statue has my book there? The one that I've been recording all of my information about the corruption on.
So he like looks up for a moment and you see his eyes flash. He comes back. Well, you are not the first donor of this book.
Out of character, I thought this book was my book that I was writing all my research about the corruption on with
Yeah.
the professor. How is that possible? I remember the day that I went into the bookkeep and I bought this notebook to keep notes in. I was so excited. It was one of my first days of that school year, and we were going to do research together. How is that possible?
You were chosen at that time. The book found you.
It's some Ollivander shit.
How?
There is but one other.
So do you serve?
I do not
This is a
serve...
rare moment. This is a rare moment where I'm feeling absolutely stupid. But what is going on?
I do not serve anyone. So if you think I am an agent of Zathway or anything like that, dash it from your mind.
Okay, could you tell my friends that, because they think I'm a bad person now. They think that I serve Zathway. I
You
say
do
it
no
kind of
such...
jokingly.
You do no such thing. I am not Zathway. You are not Zathway. Did Zathway once hold this book? Yes. Did Zathway record his notes in this book? Yes. But much like you did your research in this book and recorded notes about the corruption, he recorded his notes on magical theory and his crown.
I think in a moment of just very pure vulnerability, she goes, I need you to, I know I'm not really in a position to ask anything, but I need you to just promise you are not lying to me. Please.
You have my utmost word. I am not lying to you.
All right. I wanted to ask you, this mayor here, who is no longer with us by some means, I don't know how that happened, he received a letter from a woman. She's very tall. She was wearing a dress made entirely of flesh, and it was kind of disgusting. And she was speaking about how in 4 days another woman is going to arrive at this place and show us how to be able to traverse the corruption. Do you know anything about these people at all?
Nothing about the woman that is supposed to arrive in 4 days' time. Without a name, I wouldn't be able to tell you much about anything on that.
I understand.
Though, the woman you describe, I know all too well. And it pains me to know that she has awoken. I was hoping she was still asleep, or if she was awoken, she would have taken her siblings' downfall as a means to stay hidden. But I guess she has other plans.
What's her name?
Tonvara.
Convara?
Tonvara.
Tonvara. Right. She has siblings? Or she had siblings?
She has many, many siblings.
Oh my.
Though her closest, well, in proximity sibling would be down south. Southeast, actually.
Who's that?
Well, if you ever find your way down to the southeast to Ferrisport, very hard to miss the remains of this individual.
But you said she awoke? Is she a... I would know about liches from school, right?
Oh,
No?
you would be so lucky if she were a lich. Liches are easily taken care of.
Easy for you to say.
She is an elder being.
Oh, no.
One of those who were given first life when these worlds were created. Beings that were later banished after a long and tumultuous war with the world dragons.
All right. How does she tie in with Safway? Did he serve her?
I recall nothing of Zathway ever having any sort of relation with her, though Zathway's research could have interested her. The way that the crown is set at the moment, anybody with the power to control it would be nigh unstoppable. It is a force of pure domination.
If I took control of that crown, just hypothetically, we're talking hypothetically here. If we took control of that crown, would we be able to stop this woman?
That I do not know, though I highly, highly suggest you do not put the crown on. The crown is a piece of pure domination. The wearer, if they're able to withstand the crown's power itself, can dominate anybody around them to do their bidding. They see you as a king or queen. They serve only you. Though the slightest failure at using this crown causes disastrous results. Lichdom, converting those around you into mindless thralls of the undead.
If you fail.
if you fail.
This woman, I'm sorry, one more time. What was her name? It won't happen again.
Tanvara.
Tonvara. She said that their plans are in action. They're like actually going to put plans in action. Is that to cover the whole world in corruption, or do you know if that's something worse? I mean, what could be worse?
With only
Don't answer
knowing what you have told me, given that the world has not been thrown into complete chaos, I would assume that she is ready to begin making a play for the crown.
Right.
Though, if she is unable to traverse the folly herself, she may not have enough power to walk amongst the people yet.
She's sending someone here in 4 days to give the mayor, who is no longer with us, rest in peace, the power to be able to traverse the corruption. If we took that power for ourselves, we could essentially go into the folly and take the crown before her.
I say this only as a bystander. But if you intend to meet this individual, you must be prepared to kill them.
Yes, of course. That won't be a problem.
If they are in league with Tanvara, they are of the utmost evil.
Understood.
These individuals do not know kindness. They do not know pity. They do not know anything but murder.
All right. And I look at the little table where my teacup is. Does he have a tea as well?
Yeah, he does.
Is it full?
No, he's been drinking from it.
I grab the tea kettle and I pour him some more. And I say, thank you. Sorry to barge in on you like this.
My door is open to you at any time.
I must be going now, but I'll just sit here a moment longer and just finish my tea if you don't mind. And I do.
He nods and he excuses himself just to give you a brief moment of alone time in the darkness before you return to the world.
Okay. And then I come back and I'll go upstairs to meet up with everybody once they're done looting.
Okay. Looting rolls.
Girl, my hand hurts. I've been writing nonstop for like 2.5 pages, man. God. Ah.
Fucking lore.
Goddamn lore. Ah.
So,
I forgot typing it. I have to have it all freaking on paper.
The old lore is gonna be kicking ass this time.
can I get from everyone here, if you are partaking in the loot rolling, can I get investigation checks from you?
Can I
will
just for funsies also have detect magic up?
Sure.
I was going. I don't think I'm gonna partake in the looting, but I will use my ring to give someone advantage, I suppose.
Who would you like to give advantage to?
Who has, other than me, really good investigation?
I would say
Saphira?
Saphira.
Probably Saphira, yeah.
So I'll give.
Yeah, I got +7.
I
You're both
will.
intelligent based, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Normally I would fully join in, but I don't think that would be in keeping with Zen's deal right now. So, yeah, I'll give you I give myself advantage on intelligence saving throws, and an ally you can see within 30 feet as a reaction, you can use your ring to give them your proficiency bonus to intelligence skill checks or saving throws. So my proficiency bonus,
Is 3.
3. Okay, so yeah, you can get a +3 to your investigation rolls if you
Okay.
like.
But
So for investigation, it'll be a +10 instead?
you can use a charge to give yourself advantage, or you can use a charge to give an ally advantage, as long as you
then
can see that ally in there
You
within 30
can
feet.
also have advantage.
Okay.
Oh,
Or I mean,
okay.
you get 3 charges a day, so I guess technically you could use up both.
You don't
charges
get
if
a
wanted
you don't
to.
get an addition to your bonus. You get the extra dice.
Yeah. So it's just the advantage that you're rolling with. So go
You
ahead.
guys take the highest
Okay.
one.
Yep.
Okay, so just
Basic-
rolling with
basic
advantage, then, not
advantage.
the +3.
No, basic
The
advantage.
regular. Got it.
I did better this time. Every single time I investigate, I'm like well below a 10. So I did better today.
As a matter of fact,
You got
I
two
have-
20s.
I have
For
2
19.
inspirations. I'm gonna use one.
So I'm going to go around the table here. Because
That
this
was
is
so
this
funny.
is
I got
going
a
to
nat
be
20 for 19.
this is going to be a group loot roll to see how well the loot is obtained from here. So Fox.
Could I make the argument for sleight of hand? I am focusing just on like locked cabinets and stuff.
So so instead of rolling investigation, you want to roll sleight of hand?
Yes.
Fuck it, let's
My
do it.
investigation's garbage.
Fuck it, let's do it.
I didn't know it
Nice.
was a group one. Should I join so I can up the average?
I mean, if you want to, that's up to you.
You can try to
Only
find.
You feel like it's in character.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I mean,
I
You
think
can use your investigation to try to like figure
You-
out more about.
Here, I'll use
lore.
investigation to look around like on his desk and stuff for like any more paperwork about this, whatever. Is that okay?
so you're looking at for something separate. You're not looking for treasure.
Oh yeah, I guess that wouldn't count then.
I mean, you can roll for loot, and like documentation and stuff still counts as loot.
All right, I'll
so-
do that then.
Okay, so Fox, what'd you get?
27.
Nice. Malls.
Hold on. I got a nat 20 and my investigation
Fucking
is a
Christ.
+4, so it's a 24.
Cass.
25, and I focus on finding a safe type of thing for that
I know-
combination.
I know that's what you're looking for.
What's
Okay.
your plus to
weirds.
investigation?
7.
Weirds.
Really? Dang.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Rolled a nat 20 for 21.
Fucking.
Hey, nat 20.
And Zorro.
I rolled an 18 for a 17.
Not bad.
Magic beam up.
It's
Detector?
still really good.
So
I mean, yeah, it's but every single time I do investigation though, I'm like a 3. So first
You-
good one.
go through this house and you find every gaudy ass bougie knickknack all over the house, just throwing things in there, just like things that are gonna net you gold. Like you are just grabbing everything that isn't tied down is going into your bag of holding. Though there are 2 locations that you find that have things of wonderful interest. You find a pristine alchemy lab, and as you're going around, Zafira, you find behind that statue a little switch that, when flipped, leads you down into a little sub basement with a huge wall safe.
I do have
Popping
to say, I
those,
took everyone with me as well. I didn't go down on my own.
popping that combination inside opens it up, and you see what could only be described as a small armory. Suits of armor, weapons, wands, various items that probably have some sort of magical property to them. And then on a center podium is this strange looking glove. looking almost as if it's made out of dragon's flesh. The claws on each finger, a different color. Runic carvings covering the palm.
I know that there's magic, but
There
I don't
is
want to
magic.
put it on just yet.
So,
Colors of the fingernails.
Red like a bad bitch.
they are gemstone nails. This isn't just like it's painted green or anything like that. You see like emerald and topaz and everything like that just on the fingernails.
I'm gonna put that in my bag of holding. I am not going to. I'm going to like hold.
So
like,
you-
try to scoop it.
Nope, you got to pick it
Because-
up. You got to pick it up off of the little mannequin hand that it's on. You can't just scoop it.
I'm afraid you're gonna forget about it.
But
Can the
you,
mannequin be taken?
no, because that is actually bolted onto the thing. It's just
Also,
it's
we
just
learned don't touch mannequins.
it's just a
Right.
handrest.
Yes.
But you can pick it up if you want.
No, I know I can pick it up, but
Another
I'm not sure
hand
if I
touches the
should.
beacon.
Another finger curls on the monkey paw.
I'll grab it. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's. I suppose it's fine.
Who's grabbing it?
I'll do it. Or
You found this room, you got it.
Well,
okay.
you said you were gonna
Enjoy.
scoop it up anyway.
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
do it.
You pick it up.
She's gonna see it and she's like, oh, shiny. It's very pretty.
It is warm to the touch.
Okay.
And you begin to hear whispers in your mind.
Oh no. Oh great.
What languages do you speak?
Elven and Sylvan.
You don't know what the fuck they're saying,
Awesome.
but it's very
Fucking-
deep. There's like very deep voices and like they seem to be vibrating as they talk. But you just pop the glove into your bag holding.
Okay. It's like that is a later time.
Make sure to write this down.
I put
Yes.
it in my items.
Can I ask to see it? Can I see it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like bag holding, like
I just want to
Yeah.
see what I like.
What languages do you speak?
I speak High Elven and Elven. Dang. Okay.
No idea what
Well,
this is.
Maybe Abyssal or something. Or
No, because it doesn't sound dirty.
Dwarvish.
Oh.
Doesn't
Actually,
sound like rocks.
may I
meat.
see that?
I grab Danny's hand. Careful.
Place it on your hand. What does Danny speak?
Common and Sylvan, however, she did hang out with quite a few dragonborns around her.
Nothing that
Sound like throat singing.
sort of, but nothing you can make out.
She's like, you can see that like she kind of just
Onic.
like just kind of like vibrating. Gives it back.
Okay.
It's very guttural. And just kind of walks off. Swords.
Okay.
Yeah, we can check out the armor and weapons and
Maybe we could put this in a pile and we could have Vanica check it out. She might know something. I don't know
Sure.
though. Yeah, let's
Vanica,
put all the really interesting stuff in a pile so we don't lose them in our bag of holding. That sounds
What's that?
Vanica, do you want to take a look at this? Are you offering to Vanica the gauntlet as well? The glove?
to see
if she
can-
wants.
Only if she wants to.
Vanica,
I
Vanica,
only know a couple more languages.
what languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
So, you reach out and it touches it, and you don't just hear this strange, like vibrating, language, it seems that it's a chorus of both draconic and primordial.
Oh shit. Oh god, it's Tiamat gauntlets. Oh no.
No, it's even better.
It is just a chorus of what sounds like a battle song. No, it's not. It's not in Latin.
Tiamat. Okay.
Sephiroth.
Tiamat. She's definitely gonna have a reaction like, oh, I wonder if this is a warrior's gauntlet.
It's leather.
Wow.
Inspiring, adrenaline running. It's you know how there's certain songs that are played to make you feel a certain way. This makes me feel like I want to go into battle. It's that kind of song. It's actually quite beautiful. It's a chorus. It's a chorus. It makes sense with the colors. I'm getting a lot of elemental words mixed with dragon speak. So it's got a little bit of, I guess the best way to put it is the chromatic dragons, I suppose. Specifically, but I don't know.
Nope.
I'm just getting elements and draconic. What I'm getting.
It's not chromatic.
She's guessing. She's just guessing.
No, you're looking at the
It's-
freaking nails on this thing, and it's all gemstones.
Yeah, and you can identify the language on
They're
it.
gemstones. Sorry. Yes.
This seems to be a gauntlet tied to gemstone dragons.
That's right. I forgot they were gemstones. My bad. So yeah,
How do we find out what it does?
scratch that. So
Identify.
gemstone dragon.
I mean, you could go the Saphira could go the normal Saphira route and put it on.
She'll hand it back, by the way. Like, yeah, I can understand it. It's very battle ready, inspire music.
I mean, yeah, I could just cast Identify on it. I do have spells, so
Maybe we ought to just put all the really interesting stuff in a pile, and then you can cast Identify on it then. So we
the problem with Identify is that
It's a one-time use.
Choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. So it's one object.
So
then, yeah.
you can go right ahead and touch it if you want.
But if you spend an hour with it too, though, you can learn more about it as well. Later.
Yeah. But I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay. As you identify this gauntlet, this glove in your hand, you just feel this overwhelming, like, pride sort of burn through you. As like a warrior walking triumphant from battle. Excuse me.
Bless you.
This gauntlet has a multitude of abilities. It opens the mind for a spellcaster, giving them access to magic that may have been lost to the world. Ancient magic. Magic that only those from a bygone era would know. Though there's something else inside of it. Something that wishes to speak. A almost calming, mother-like presence. kind of the feeling that you got like those days that you were feeling down, and Sophie kind of came and comforted you, bringing you a tray of cookies and everything, letting you know everything was going to be okay. A guardian. As you identify, you kind of feel as if this presence is calling to you to put on the gauntlet.
Yeah, she's gonna put it on. If she feels that like calming presence and everything like that, and then it's calling to me, it's like, I mean, it's fine. I don't
You
feel anything negative. It's
slip this on. It conforms to your hand. It's very comfortable. You take a couple steps back from everyone as they're kind of like holding the base of this glove, as you feel something sort of wrap itself around you. It's okay, little one. I apologize for what is about to happen, but it is needed.
What's gonna happen?
And as she says that, your eyes just begin to glow this bright, like, topaz color. And, like, everyone begins to see, like, her sort of, like, stumble back and pop and shift. And she falls down to, like, all fours, and her body glows and transforms into this massive topaz dragon. That is where we are ending for this week.
Holy shit. What?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Another one. Another.
How does Bacon feel about all this?
Bacon's like, yes.
So
Mother.
a vampire,
Mother.
tiefling, dragon, alchemist, girl.
Getting spoiled today.
Also, with my alchemy, I'm more into I am like in Battlesmith, but I'm also learning potions, so it's like it's just everything.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're getting the whole shebang now.
We're gonna just throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks with you.
Honestly, this is what happens when you just touch stuff. Like I put
You
my
wonder
hand
why I do
into
it. You wonder why I do it all the time.
I put my hand into a chest and he turned me into a vampire. I put the glove on and it turned me into a dragon. Like it's
I kicked a chest open and it tried to eat me. That was fun.
But yeah,
it's a risk that you have to
that
take.
is going to do it for us here today. Well,
Whew.
here on Withered Wastes anyway. We've got Vigilant 6 coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. And I think I'm going to save my... Okay, what's up?
I gotta ask, because it's been a while.
Thank you.
With
Thank you. I wanted to say that. I know what you're
Okay.
going to ask. Yes, you all fucking level up.
Oh my god,
Finally! Fucking
oh my god, we almost went a whole year.
I
holy shit.
completely forgot about that. I'm like, well, this is technically a boss fight. You should probably level up.
That's why I asked, because it felt like a milestone moment.
Yep. Thank you for that. So before we
Oh,
head
you're
off for
patient.
now, let's go ahead and roll hit points.
Give me a second.
How do I level up again?
Yours
What
is
do I
a
roll for
D8,
hit point?
I believe.
D8.
D8 plus your
Pretty
Constitution
sure it's a
modifier.
D8.
Can I
Yep.
use my ring?
No,
No.
Oh no, I have charisma, not constitution.
no. This is
Doesn't matter anyway.
this is level up rolls. So just I'll go around the table so everybody can announce their HP at a time. Let's go ahead and start off with Fox.
I rolled a 6 on my D8, which gives me an additional 8 HP.
An 8 HP. You're sticking with Bard?
Yep.
Okay.
Even though level 7 is incredibly lame for Bard, they get nothing whatsoever. I'll still take the extra HP.
Yep. Malls.
Can you come to me last? I'm trying to look over my conversation with my DM friend about how I was multi-classing.
Sure. Cass.
I rolled a 5 on my D8, so that brings me up to a total of 70
Nice.
HP.
And you're sticking with Artificer?
Unsure.
Okay, so if you are if
like,
you are not leveling up, Artificer, do not roll HP.
Okay, no, I mean like with Artificer, I might want to like add in a different type of Artificer. Like going for Battlesmith, I might want to add in like
I'll talk to
you
you on that because technically you cannot do that. You can't add the subclass, but
if I can't, then it's fine. I got a lot going on anyway, so I think it's fine.
Alchemist,
I'm a dragon now, so
the Alchemist Artificer doesn't prevent you from making potions. Alchemist Artificer like pretty much lets you make like concoctions, stuff that you can drink for bonuses and whatnot, but it can only be used at a certain time.
Oh, well then never mind. It's fine. I'm good.
Okay. Weirds.
I definitely couldn't hit 3 digits this time, so next time. I got a total of 13 more HP for 96.
And you're sticking with Barbar?
Now I have advantage on my initiatives.
So fucking dumb that the initiative has advantage.
Also, can act normally on surprise rounds if I rage first.
True. And then Zorro.
I finally rolled max. +2, so that gives me 10 more HP.
Very nice. And you're sticking with Druid?
Oh yeah, I'm going full. No, Druid, cleric.
That's right. Sorry. You're.
I act like a druid. I know.
You're a tree person. I thought Druid.
That's so cliche.
I mean, D&D is cliche. Come on.
That's so true.
Mols.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do one more level of Warlock before I. Wait, no.
Wizard.
Oh, no. What would you?
Wait, aren't you full wizard?
Okay,
Did I not
so
update you as Warlock?
No. I know what you mean.
I'm 5 levels of wizard and 1 level of warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I did not write that properly then, my bad.
That's okay.
I would honestly suggest going another level of warlock because then you unlock your pact.
Oh, okay. I'll do that then.
Back of the tome.
Pick up the term.
The term. The term. Yeah, so now you can look through like the player's handbooks and stuff like that and figure out which pact you're gonna go for your
Probably fun. What do I roll for my HP then?
D6?
If it's a warlock, it's D8.
D8.
Oh, okay. Oh, my favorite. Let's go, guys. Wait, no, not that one. Sorry. Nothing against you, bud, but this guy. Please be high. That was a 5.
Not bad.
Not that great.
Okay, so now that
For
everybody
a total of 46.
So now that everybody is leveled up and everything.
Is that with your con though? It's a plus.
Oh, what do I add? Like
con modifier.
+2.
Oh shit! Sorry. Plus, so that would be a +7. So that brings me up to 48.
48. Okay.
Half my HP.
Shh.
All right, so
I want to think about that. I'm so
with
squishy.
those HP sent out or rolled and everything, your homework now is to update your character sheets and whatnot before we play again. Though when we come back next time, if I am not mistaken, which I am not, we'll be on the 12th, which is tabletop weekend. So we will be starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time on the 12th, and we are going for 8 hours.
10 a.m. for me and 11 a.m. for Weirds.
Hey.
8 a.m. for anybody's on the West Coast. So get your coffee, get your food, everything like that, because we are going for a full 8 hours for a little special extra live stream. Unfortunately, Cass will not be here, but
What the fuck? What's your deal?
they're going to
They're
Vegas.
Vegas trip.
Wait a minute! You changed it to a dragon and then you're just not here.
Yeah, okay, but that's not my
You just
fault.
fly off.
Sorry, what
You're
the
just gonna fly off.
Yeah.
That's what
Either
happens.
fly
You
off or
fly
just
off.
reverts
like,
back
what the
and then
fuck?
it's just like knocked out.
Listen,
You're gonna revert back and go to the meat locker.
Last time somebody on this continent turned into a dragon unexpectedly, everything went fine.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Sure.
Corey, I give you permission to kind of RP Zafira if needed.
Well, I don't
But,
need to
like-
RP Zafira. I'm just gonna RP the dragon.
Wait, so are you going full
what?
artificer still?
You just turned into a
Yeah, I'm still
dragon.
artificer.
Yeah, full
But
artificer.
it's not
Okay.
you.
So it's
I
not.
thought- I thought that my form changed and I was still Saphira.
Oh,
Oh
nope.
no,
Now
no,
I'm not.
Nope.
no! You are
The
not
mom
Saphira
took
right now.
over. The mom took over.
Mom is driving the car right now.
Is she hot?
She's a dragon, of course.
She's a
hot.
dragon, yeah, of course. And Topaz comes
Topaz
in multiple
dragon.
colors. It's not just yellow.
yeah.
So
Look, if my
I
ring is
reserve the right to
topaz,
change the
you're gonna
color.
be yellow.
So, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is not the only show that we are doing tonight. Coming up later at 8 p.m. is going to be another episode of Vigilant 6, which is our completely homebrew superhero game. Coming up on Monday will not be an episode of Destiny Forge because I unfortunately have work-related things that I need to take care of. So there will be no episode of Destiny Forge coming up on this Monday, but the following Monday we'll be back. Tuesday we are going to have another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot. Thursday, if all goes according to plan, will be Tricorn Isles once again, with me running a crew of probably the most chaotic gremlins we have on this show.
We were pretty tame last session.
That's because Zora wasn't there. You didn't
Fair.
have the wild card and you
Wow.
didn't have the beard.
Fair.
But yeah, and then
I am
coming up
Offended.
next Saturday is going to be the return of the Downfall of Propriety, which is our Bridgerton inspired mini adventure that is being run by Malls.
Bridgerton.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's on Saturday. Sorry, I was thinking about But anyway, go ahead. Yes, I'm
You
excited.
over here fantasizing about Dragon Mall already.
No, I wasn't. I was thinking like, oh, what level spell stuff am I allowed to get new spells? But I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
All right, but that is going to do it for us now. Right now, we'll catch you all at 8 p.m. Pacific time for Vigilant 6. But for now, have a good one.